Welcome to a world of unbridled adventure in the year 2018. Welcome to the only Dungeons & Dragons show where no matter what, we never quest. That one was short and sweet because it's a new year, a new us. We got a lot of new times to have.
I got a jacket.
Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves for the folks at home. And for those of you joining us at home, welcome one and all. Our helpful moderators and bots will tell you more about what you're about to see.
I'm Barnabas, Annabelle, Goodfellow, many names. Most people call me Bags. Sometimes I'm a Goliath wizard. Currently, I'm some kind of cleric of Nurgle, but we're dealing with that.
Let that out.
Well, it's a Warhammer.
Oh.
Because he's sick. Nurgle is like the prince of sickness.
Yeah, and Nurgle
So
is what I type in chat.
And so his clerics just get sick as like a...
Yeah, to honor him.
I hate that.
But they get like power from the disease.
I don't care. I hate it.
I am Raven Shepin, many other names because I am a gnome, and I am also a ranger, and I am way cool. That's pretty much that sums everything. That's everything you need to know.
This face is because I'm in pain, not because of what he said.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Are you in pain because
internal causality of what you're
pain?
Yeah.
Is it contagious Nurgling?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Also,
please don't use Nurgling. Please don't Gerundify Nurgle.
So he spent too much time in the garden of Nurgle and picked up some spores.
But I learned a cool song.
Where is the fat?
He's got allergies.
This is torture to me. Hi, I'm gonna die soon, and
there he is, just right above your head.
I'm also Alamar Velcro, the half-elf warlock, and my name's a regular name.
Oh, spoilers for the coming session, I guess.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, no, I just meant because of the things you're saying.
Huh?
I just meant because
of
of
the
horrible
Nurgle.
talk about this
Because he's not of Nurgle.
And I don't enjoy the enunciation of that abysmal collection of letters.
It is very well good at making uncomfortable with just a word.
Yeah, it is very well good at that.
I am Perrin Greycastle, half-elf bard extraordinaire, diplomat, pacifist, and great at many things, and even worse at more things.
Nailed it.
And then, of course, off camera, behind the scenes, controlling our destiny and our lives, the one and only...
Hey! I'm Mayhem. I am playing Aletta, the knowledge cleric of Galean. And look, I'm in theme! Wearing a Dragonlance shirt today.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Everyone got that reference.
So,
You've done it.
Hooray
for print.
As a quick recap for those of you in the chat who weren't here last time, and those of you in the room who weren't here last time, you guys won the Grand Prix of Sigil. You made it back to your home plane. You successfully announced to everyone that you're alive. You had a big celebration. There are statues being built in your honor. However, the lands to the north are being ravaged by the undead. The town of Last Resort has all but been destroyed. The people there mostly evacuated and made it to Winter's Haven. Winter's Haven is a little bit crowded right now. However, in an effort to try and deal with the undead threat, because they seem to have been stopped there, they're sort of stripping it for resources and all kinds of things. They have gone... The party has descended into the shadowy realm of the Shadowfell, where they are currently...
we're in Shadowfell.
Yeah, they are currently on a boat, heading towards the necropolis of broken dreams and nightmares.
Fancy word for city.
Nope.
No.
Not with that.
That's
That's
a metro.
I hope this plan works because we have no fallback plan.
Am I a king?
Technically, yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you want to
I have a whole army I can call upon.
Well, apparently we ignored that. I was asleep. I think that's a great idea. I'm recently awoken. What's happening?
That's a good question.
We're on a boat. We're going to the necropolis of broken dreams, which lies on the line between life and death, and shadows and...
That can't possibly be all you can tell me
half
about
of
it.
you, half of you is not actually allowed to be there, I don't think.
Which half?
The elven half.
Oh.
What? Why?
I don't know.
I think you just made that up.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to
You
cut
said
that
that.
half off.
You guys, as you guys are having this discussion, Alamar and the rest of you become aware of the boat that you're in. It is
Who's boat?
it is a long.
I mean, I drink a lot after
It is a
becoming
long
king.
boat.
So,
that seems to be hewn from a very dark wood. At least everything here is very dark. It may be like rainbow colored for all you know, but standing at
Cast light.
it is
Rainbow colored.
it is not rainbow
well,
colored,
it's
but it is made of a nice teak, and it has a very like
I can appreciate an oiled teak deck.
Yeah, nice to
Yeah, teak
it
oil
has
is
it has a
fantastic.
very like vibrant feel to it.
Yeah.
We need our gem out.
Oh, what gem?
You have
Yes.
your
Oh
fancy
yeah,
blue
I'll
gem.
play a blue gem that plays music and provides light.
Let's get this place really nice.
And oh goodness.
Party boat.
I guess I'll just play some of like I'll just put on like some Stan Rogers like Canadian sailor songs.
So Alamar opens his backpack and a small blue gem floats from it, casting out warm sunlight, making it like a nice summer day.
I can
in the
dig
middle of the
this.
Shadowfell, as you ride on a boat, ferried by a dark-robed figure who's holding a long pole and gently guiding the boat down.
I'm
a
gonna
river.
quickly change
As
into my
you-
Norm Beam for me to shorts.
As there is light, you can now see the myriad faces that sort of swim by in the ghostly water. Images of souls and people whose lives have been lost as they drift off towards some
Oh.
final destination. Whether
We
they
killed
are
those guys.
whether
Can I try
they
to grab
are
one?
whether they are condemned or whether they are damned or going on to a just reward, you don't know.
Can I grab one?
You can try.
Are they going to Final Destination 1 or 2 or
3?
3?
actually,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
6 and 3D. Yeah, I'll try to grab one.
All right. You reach into the dark waters and sort of immediately feel icy cold wrapping around your limbs. When you pull them back out, and this is one thing that you might want to be, you should be aware of now that there's light and you're fully conscious. Your hands have, in their entirety, become the same material as the magic gem that you hold.
The blue one or the green one?
The green one.
Oh, all right.
Wait, that's...
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, then quick test. I try to shoot off.
No, maybe not here.
How about not when we're all on the same boat?
I was gonna
It's
shoot it
like,
straight up.
And then we're like,
Yeah,
in
but
the
If we're
water!
like in the Shadowfell, maybe there's something above us that's gonna fall on us.
One way to find out.
No,
You
no.
don't have to do that. I'll let it back me up here.
You don't find anything out by not doing it. You just
Alana.
don't find out the bad thing.
Need
Not
your
about
help.
it. Not about it.
You like knowledge.
I do.
This is.
I also like being alive.
Ugh. Plebes.
I don't know enough about the Shadowfell, but I think you'd be okay.
Boom.
Like nothing. I mean, I'm not saying
What are
like
you,
if we're
what are
if
you
we're,
going off of?
well,
What are you
like
basing
if
that
we're if we're in a
knowledge
tunnel, then it's gonna have the same sort of tunnel physics as the material plane would, and yeah, crumble death. But inherently, I don't think the Shadowfell would affect your magic in any great way. Although
What about
I've
tumble
been
death?
wrong before.
And think in one hand and safety in the other. I think when using things like this gem and whatnot, we should be very cautious.
Okay, I'm just okay. I'm just
just
gonna
like
be
it
frank
is-
with you guys. My hands just turned to gem, and
wow,
I'm.
that was like several days ago.
That
Yeah,
happened.
so that tells me that we've
Wait,
obviously been doing
that
too
That
much.
was while I was gone.
Yeah, that happened while you guys won the race. That happened back in Sigil.
That happened while I was in New York City.
I don't know what that place is.
The
New York.
far
That's what I call my dream. So.
But I mean, what if there's like an innocent dragon flying around?
Well, I didn't know if. Had I known this was a pre-existing condition, I would not be quite so sorely tempted to test it.
Leave it asleep.
Great, so you agree then.
Yeah. Excellent.
Delightful.
Problem solved.
We're on an
Garbanzo
accord
thinks
for
you
one.
Back
should
in the
not do that.
anti-magic cage.
Wait, what?
Yep. We've been keeping you in an anti-magic field
Well,
cage.
that true?
That's what he says. But in fact, what
Can I, like-
it is there is a little sheet of paper that has anti-magic cage written on it that they kind of affix. to
Okay,
your
I
head.
take that off and produce flame and
Don't
destroy it.
do that. It made Ranger feel a lot better.
It's
Okay,
totally amazing.
I
I am not feeling good now.
I sleight of hand out a new piece of paper, write it on, and sleight of hand it back onto my head.
Excellent.
Okay, I feel better now.
So
I don't have to kill him.
You can't insult the king.
You couldn't kill me.
He's a king now.
I have thousands and thousands of warriors.
I
Well,
did
I
10
like how
d10
at first it
damage
was
for
just
no
thousands,
cost,
and now
nerd.
it's thousands and thousands.
And your whole army.
I have several hundred million.
Oof.
Remember that time that I almost entranced an entire town in an evil gate?
Remember that time that your hands turned to gems?
We don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
still seem to be able to move them like.
I mean,
like
you
normal.
probably should stop making threats before until you at least know if that's good or bad.
And I'm a
He
king.
just came at me about killing me. Who is I'm the bad guy here.
He was defending himself. I'll grant. But your return fire was very aggressive as well.
Yeah.
He came in hot.
I'm just
He
saying.
said he
I am
wasn't
a
gonna have to
king.
kill you.
All right, everybody, just simmer down for a minute, okay? We've got a lot going on right now. We need to be focusing on getting to the underworld, getting business taken care of, and getting out of here. All right? Can we all just?
You know what happens in the underworld?
We listen to a letter.
I'm
Let's
still
go.
king.
Apparently.
Can I talk to the longboatsman?
Yeah.
Have you guys done this already?
No.
Oh.
They,
Okay.
We just got in the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
I
should
don't know
have known.
I don't know what's going on.
It
anymore.
seems
was
like you
like
guys know a lot of things that have happened to me that I don't know about. So,
Not really.
The extent of it is, you guys, if you recall, when you disappeared for a while into that weird paradox dimension,
I do
when you
remember
came back out of it, your hands were gems.
I don't remember that, but I
And, we
believe
had, and there
you.
was an entrance to the Shadowfell underneath in the basement of the Wizard Academy because that's right.
Because why wouldn't
Right.
there
Cool,
be?
great.
We just-
Because that's where I would expect to find
Dope.
him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up to this guy and ask him if he wants to see a magic trick.
No one's ever asked me that before. Yes.
Cool. I do a magic trick with the cards and no magic.
Show me your magic trick.
Do you want me to actually do one, or can I just roll some dice?
Roll some dice.
Okay. Because I can do one. Do you want me to do it? I can do it.
If you can do one,
Well,
then
I was
by
gonna
all
save
means.
time, but then Abe gave me a look that was like, as though I was like backing out of a serious responsibility to do a magic trick.
Got my hopes up over here.
Okay, fine.
Do a magic trick.
Cool.
Magic trick.
Sure. All right, Frank. As always, you're gonna be my victim. Let's bust out a classic. I think we've done this one on the show before. Whatever. It's really cool. All right, Frank. I'm gonna need you to pick a card, and it can be any of the cards. Don't take my pencil. Is it this one? Okay.
Isendar wants you to do the Abe eats the card one again.
I remember. that
Isendar,
one.
I would, except these cards I'm using right now aren't mine. I don't want Abe chewing on Larry's cards.
That's fair.
Nah,
And he's probably sick.
Oh,
that's also
yeah.
fair. We don't. Oh, but we will save that
could
one
make
for
patient zero
when
cards.
Abe is healthy.
All right,
I'll put lots
Smack
of things
him.
in my mouth.
Hey.
smack him harder.
Hey!
Whoa!
This was his card, evidently. I forgot to show the camera before.
Yeah, I was
did
about
it.
to like. Did he even pick a card?
He
I
did
wasn't
pick a
paying
card.
attention.
It's your fault.
That's an amazing trick.
Okay, yeah. So I did that incredible trick. How does he react to my awesome moves?
He seems impressed. You know, most of the time someone would try that to pull something over on me to try and get me to ferry them back to the lands of the living.
No, we're going.
But
we're
not
going
you.
in.
I can respect that.
Well, my hands were recently turned into rocks, so I'm just trying to figure out what the like up-down like limitations are on functionality.
You might talk to one of the scholars. They have seen things that are beyond mortal knowledge.
What
Tell
kind
me
of
more
things?
about them.
There are
Or answer Letta's question, either way.
There are scholars that are in the necropolis of broken dreams and nightmares.
Okay,
That's great. That's
It
where
is
we're
a
going.
bustling city of both the dead and the living.
but like, what are they? Like, what are they doing scholarship about?
Life, death,
Oh, good.
things in between.
So
Is that sort of
just
everything?
all of it?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I guess not undeath or pre-life.
yeah.
Okay.
They're not really interested in like prenatal care, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's
honestly,
fair.
seems
Or
irresponsible.
like
Yeah.
where that line is drawn, which is a sort of dicey topic, which I also would not touch. I get why you.
The
don't
aim.
ask it.
It's
like astrology,
it's
maybe.
hot. It's a
The
hot
ultimate-
topic even
Yeah.
in Ghost Town.
The ultimate aim of their scholarship
There
is
we
death
go.
and the interment of those who lived honorably and rightfully.
So they're like-
they have performed funerary rites for gods and monsters. They have performed ceremonies that remember the life of whole civilizations that mankind has forgotten.
Oh, like what? Name
Well,
one.
Aletta, you
Yes.
people have short
Oh,
memories.
wow. Good.
Good thing our people remember.
He
these.
says a name, and it basically has no meaning. Like, it almost slides right out of your ears. You're sure he said something, but it's...
I recall it.
I try to write
I
it
have
down.
keen mind.
I know, but even so, it does not seem to, like, lodge. It's like
Probably
someone says a
Nurgle.
word,
Just
and
not
the
Nurgle.
second they say it, like, you're not paying attention, and you just can't hear it.
No, that's how I live every day.
Yeah, so nothing new for you.
Yeah, just as soon as he says it, was like, sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Everyone gets the temporary condition mad. Okay, no other questions for this person. How long is this ride?
We are nearly there.
Oh.
Well, follow question. Were we ever not nearly there? Like, how does space work here?
That is a good question. Space here is much as it is in your realm, though the distance is smaller to travel further.
Okay.
So like if you walk like a mile that way and then jump back to the material plane, it'll be like 10 miles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the idea of it, yes.
Yeah, I know
So we're,
planes.
we're like
It is
we're like on a
irritatingly
we're like on a,
less
on a,
exact.
on a little cog by a big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that checks out. Do you guys have any other questions? I'm good.
Can we pop out anywhere we want, anytime we want?
if you have the power to do so, yes.
Oh.
If only. I wanted that cubic gate, but
What-
they
Sadly.
were like, you
What
can't
kind of
have
power?
it. To walk the planes.
Voodoo.
Oh, no, I'm not doing this bit.
We
I
are
feel like it would take you one more line to realize that.
we are there. And as he says the word there, sort of, there had been like darkness, inky darkness in front of you, so dark that even those of you with dark vision or low light vision couldn't really see. Suddenly, there is a massive cityscape. You see a dock jutting out onto the onyx-colored water. You see a few boats. It is much more brightly lit where you guys are, but it's not in the sunlight yet.
I'm just imagining this like silent, dark town, and then this like floating boat with like Stan Rogers. It's just like the Northwest Passage is just blasting out of this boat. And it's
There's
super bright.
a little bit of mist
This is
and
not what Stan Rogers sounds like.
hangs on the surface of the water. You can see a tall
Sean Cena.
alabaster wall that sort of marks the entrance into the necropolis proper. But here there are docks, there are all of the buildings that support a dock's boat houses, there are warehouses, there are there's a bustle of creatures here. There are humans and even skeletons and that sort of thing lining the dock, which you guys come very brightly and noisily drifting into. The boat glides. The boat glides without a sound, but the dulcet tones of a Stan Rogers song
Nice.
herald your arrival.
The Northwest Passage. Sad Canadians sing sad songs about sad boats.
That's right.
The boat
Gotta
drifts,
love it.
the boat drifts to a stop, and your ferryman says, "Well, here we are."
Oh, I give him 2 copper coins, right?
Yeah, no,
I
you
even
gave,
won-
you gave him 2 copper on the way in.
Oh.
Yeah,
You're over
it's already
coppering.
already happened. Already
Paying way
done.
too many
No,
coppers.
no, it's just
We already did that bit.
No, you
Yeah,
can't tip
yeah.
him.
Here's a tip for being a good sport, friend.
He takes it into his hand and looks kind of confused, and it's like,
It's
thank you.
yeah. It's well, cause like sometimes they don't get paid enough, so like to help balance those wages, there's a whole business model.
Forget
about
what
it. And
he
it's
said.
arguable
Just pay
whether
it
or not
forward.
it's
If 2
actually a
souls
viable-
show up and don't have money, just pay them.
Yeah, the next person who doesn't have money, you ferry them across.
And
Unless
also the
they're
one-
a-
That's
Sure.
like how like Hitler's gonna get into heaven. Thanks a lot, there, Matt. Like, you know,
I like it.
some evil person.
Wait, so in the history, I'm going to turn this back and say, in the history of the whole time you've been doing this, which I assume is eternity, no one's ever given you a tip or just had a regular conversation with you?
No, usually they just sit and either try and con me into taking them back to the shores of the living, or
Oh,
they silently bemoan their
sticks when we get to it.
yeah.
they bemoan their fate and stare out despondently into the darkness.
Can I want to touch back on that first point real quick. Can we have you ferry us back later, because we're not actually dead, and I just gave you money, so I think you have to.
No, I did a magic trick.
I'm magic
Now
trick.
you're turning into those people hit everyone else.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude.
No,
Good job.
but like,
no, look, I feel bad
seriously.
for you, man. Here's like 50 gold. Like, you did a good job.
Thank
You deserve it. We're not gonna bother you again.
but we do
If you
need
got
a-
any
very well.
tips for us, feel free to
Yeah,
share
what
them.
what local hotspots should we
Yeah.
check out? Like any good eateries?
Or bars.
By that, he would like to know where to find the ladies.
That works
if
too.
you wish,
Eateries.
But like
Yes.
meaty ladies, not skeletal ladies, I assume. I don't know.
I,
Maybe I'm
I
judging
am
you too
willing to
much.
try anything
Yeah,
else.
apparently.
Is your
historically-
girlfriend gonna be okay with that?
We have an open relationship.
What the girlfriend doesn't know.
I'll
yeah,
let her
girl.
know about that later.
I mean, you should be good down here actually, because she's got your soul, so you can't even lose it down here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you're like
A
perfectly-
confusing
you're like-
No,
complication.
that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
For now.
the one thing I would recommend, if you want to see a sight that is not to be missed,
Yes.
That's exactly what we're looking
you should check out the Bone Zone.
What's that?
for. Okay, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
want to find
I
out.
want to go.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go to the bone zone, I want to go in blind.
See, I don't like that usage of the word if. Like
When
we are.
you're right. When we go into the bone zone,
Yes.
I'd prefer to go in blind.
No, definitely. Let me ask you a follow-up question.
Yes.
Not related to the bone zone. 'cause
Why?
That's our no, because that would give it away.
No, okay, that's fair. I want to know so much, but I don't.
Is there any good racing to be had in this town? Because we
Ooh.
recently discovered that we're actually pretty
Extremely good at
Yeah.
racing.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Like boat races,
That feels a little too
Pod-
merryful.
undead whale pod races.
Do people race?
No, that's
Longboat
intense pod
races,
race.
come
People
on.
raise zombies.
No, that's not.
Do they
You
raise
know,
them to
you
race
know
them?
that's not what I said.
I know. I was.
Now you're just.
He's trying to do a bit.
Look,
Don't.
I've only been, and to answer your question, I've been doing this for 5 years.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wait. Whose years?
Prime material years.
Really?
Yeah, I
What
am-
happened to the last guy?
He retired?
How long was he doing it?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't meet him. They just said
And-
there's an opening for a ferryman.
And then you
should go.
wait. Are you like some
Part of the
horrible? Yeah, no. Are you just like a human, or are you like some like horrible, deathly monstrosity? No offense.
I mean, offensive.
It
just-
is a little offensive. And it's
I
a
mean,
little-
I think there are plenty of people who would consider themselves horrible monstrosities and take pride in that fact.
Question: have you met like death and nature and time and all those guys? Like, have you met them?
How do you meet time?
Yeah, I don't think.
I was trying to see if we were doing a Piers Anthony bit here. Okay, the incarnations of immortality.
What now, bit?
Nobody?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
this series.
this pier is called the pier.
Here's Anthony.
This
out of my
pier
house.
is called the pier of sepulchral mourning, and over there is the dock of doleful dreams.
I think he's just making that
Yeah,
up.
but back to my question. I don't remember what it was, but it was probably important.
Look, I don't mean to insult you either.
He kind of
Alright, he's asking if you're a
back
monster.
his hood,
Yeah.
and he looks human.
Where did you come from?
How did you get this job?
Yeah, was there just like a job board? And you're like, yeah, I could ferry the dead.
Forever.
Well, for the last 5
Yeah,
years.
we have no idea. My whole understanding of this cosmology just got thrown for a fucking
Yeah. I
I'm
assumed
telling you,
had
it's a Piers Anthony
Well,
bit. Mortal
if-
people take
if-
on immortal
you
roles and
wish
do their
to
jobs
know-
until they get tired of it, and then they become human again, and somebody else takes on the job.
Look,
and
If
then
you
the
you
wish
only
to know
thing-
more, you can
Click
acquire
press
that
here.
at the there's a guild of ferrymen. I believe we have an office here.
How many do you? Oh, we made probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
just advice randomly, because I guess you're new to this. Like maybe try like complimentary water bottles or something. Some better
Ooh,
music, something like
yeah.
that.
Or like
people like
hard
phone
candy.
chargers.
Yeah, phone charging. You get a lot more tips out of this.
Phone.
It's a magic thing. It's like to recharge your magical wand chargers. So that
Yeah.
when you're coming down here, and
Those
your
are
wand's
crystals of power,
yeah,
Mm.
or hard candy.
hard candy.
Hard candies are good.
Yeah,
Hard
He,
candy.
he kind of produces a little notepad from within his robes and stuff.
Yeah, like music
And like
little-
it's
Yeah.
cheesy, but like if you leave out a tip jar, you'll get $1 or $2.
You will, yeah.
But you want to put the first $1 in first.
No,
like as soon as you
definitely.
start your shift, put that $1 to get the ball rolling.
And if you want to like have a theme
And, like, maybe a
for
little
yourself
change.
too.
yeah,
Yeah, like a theme for yourself is also really good. Like if you want to make this like the
Like
Yeah,
the
you gotta-
Rasta death boat.
Yeah, you gotta work on your brand.
Yeah, you'll get a lot more tips that way.
Branding.
Yeah, definitely.
And
He
this is
kind
the
of-
story
he
of how dead
strokes-
people invented brand.
he strokes his chin thoughtfully, kind of says, "All right, well, I must be off.
Yeah.
So please get off of my boat."
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sure,
that's
yeah, of
fair.
course,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Hey,
Uh,
just one last quick question.
yes.
Like, what percentage do you keep? Like,
Oh.
2 coppers isn't that much for a whole trip per person. Like, how much do they take from you?
Yeah, what's your cut?
Also,
Yeah.
do they have money here? Because everyone's
I-
dead.
I keep the money that they pay me.
Oh, good. So it's all commission based.
Well, is it commission based, or like do you get a regular salary, and this is just like a service that they do for the dead souls?
You'll have to ask more at the guild.
Okay.
I think he wants to get rid of us.
All right. Well, you have a great.
I'm not sure I should be discussing this with outsiders.
As we're leaving, I give him one of the many crudely drawn, hand-drawn cartoons that I've gotten from Ravener over the course of the trip.
Excellent.
So like something to remember us by, and it's like a picture of all 4 of us, and it's like duty or something.
That makes sense.
You guys step off of the boat and onto the dock. As soon as you step onto the dock, Perrin, you are outlined in a ghostly blue glow.
Ooh.
Good luck.
Floating within this aura, you can see a green sigil that kind of swirls around and settles over the center of your chest. It floats there and does not seem to go away.
Can we see this?
Can
Yeah.
I?
Oh, it's visible to everybody.
Probably your girlfriend.
In a quick glance, do other people have this as well?
There are maybe 1 or 2 other people who are thusly outlined and
I'm
have
gonna-
a different sigil nearby.
I'm gonna jog up to one of them and just be like, "What up with this, friend?"
You approach you approach a haggard-looking skeleton.
Yeah.
Who is hurriedly unloading some crates from a
Oh.
boat.
Hello, skeleton.
Hello.
Oh. All right. That's my fault for making assumptions.
Definitely. I
What's...
shake my head at Perrin.
Yeah, no. Hey, this is how we learn and grow as a person.
Or you go to school and you would learn Necromancy 101 with Master Santara, and
I
that
shake my head.
this would have
Facts.
happened.
What's
You
up
wouldn't
with
have had these problems.
What's up with these sigils that we got? I'm new here.
Oh, that's a soul mark.
What's that mean?
That means that your soul is pledged to some other power. No one can. It cannot be interred here without permission of the other entity.
Yeah. Okay.
That's his.
So
that's
like,
his wife.
it's not gonna like hurt me in any way, or like,
Girlfriend.
it's just like people are gonna leave me
Huh?
alone.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Yeah, 'cause she's a Grell.
Oh, for the most part, people will probably leave you alone.
All right.
There are some unscrupulous types who might try and take your soul anyway.
But I don't have it.
It's still there. It's
Oh, so it's still in. Oh, so like my soul's still here.
It's
She just like put her stamp on it.
property of.
Oh. Okay. So just like if someone says, "Hey, give me your soul," I gotta be like, "No way."
Well, that lets them know that you can't bargain with your soul because you don't have one.
All right, now you're getting
There
a
is
little
a soul
personal.
inside of you, but it ain't yours.
That seems accurate.
Yeah.
And then he like.
All right.
Last question. Hey, Mr. Shelton, quick question. Do you have any spiders?
Do I have any spiders? No.
Parent throws up and starts having
No.
problems.
Now I'm over the spiders.
Hey, JR, I have a
Yes.
question.
What's up?
When we left Sigil,
Yes.
did I or Ravener marry or at least get our hands on that red
You guys
gem?
got some letters from the gem who said that the gem would love to meet with you guys at a later time because their arrival was delayed.
So the answer to do I have this gem is no.
Yes.
Cool. Good to know. Great. Well, that's it. So what do we do now that we're here? Should we just go straight to these scholars? Should we go to the Bone Zone?
Bone Zone!
Bone
Bone
so-
Zone!
As soon as I said it.
I say boson.
So you guys approach the necropolis of broken dreams and nightmares. As I say, it is an alabaster-walled city. There is, even as you approach it, you can see a tall spire towards the very back that appears to be hewn from the spine of some impossibly large creature.
How
you-
aspiring.
There are clouds that gather around the top of it. they don't seem to be especially gloomy. They just sort of obscure the very top of it. That's how big this central spire, or this spire at the back of the necropolis is. The whole city itself is built into a vast mountain that goes up as well. You can see in the city the buildings are sort of mausoleum chic. Everything here is grave themed. There are
I like grapes.
the shops look like crypts, but there are shops. There is a you pass an inn that advertises itself as the Skeletal Ogre, and
This is a real theme here.
Every inn is ogres.
No, I don't know. They used to have a guild of ogre inn masters, and
It-
it's been obliterated from memory except in name.
Yeah, they just like
So
really
when-
pushed hard into the inn market,
Yeah.
and then they fell apart as
Right.
a guild.
When we look around, is the vibe more like spooky, post-Victorian Gothic kind of spooky, or is it like Wes Anderson, like Nightmare Before Christmas, kind of like twee dead people?
it's a little bit between the two.
Okay,
So
it sounds very twee.
it is. It is definitely like the atmosphere here is that these people are just doing their job, and it's not necessarily especially gloomy or spooky. Like the building materials are gravestones and so on and so forth. But every now and then, as you guys are walking, like you'll just sort of get this unnerving feeling as you pass by an alleyway, and you'll walk by certain that something has just gazed through you and seen your death, etc.
Guys, do you have the feeling that we walked into a tourist trap?
Yeah,
What,
that's exactly
the
what I'm
Bone Zone?
thinking.
I don't know, but I was going to ask you if you think this snow globe with the skeletons and the little shop and all the gray colors is kind of cool.
No,
No, don't buy
I
it.
don't buy that.
No,
They're going
I-
to charge you so much more
No,
for
I,
that.
No, it's
I
really
get it.
fun.
It'll remind us of our time here in the Shadowfell.
Just remember,
think
I'm
it's
sure we'll
ash.
find other cool
As
stuff.
you guys are debating this, a voice sort of rings out. Get your lives here!
Line.
Lives, we got 'em, you want 'em. Lives for sale.
I want
Be
to
remembered as
alright.
a hero.
I'm curious.
No, they're overpriced.
I have
They're going to
no money left.
Are we doing
but
Legendary deeds
How-
can be yours. You're
explain.
dead now, but you could live again.
Yeah. Hey, sales beings.
It's like in Fable.
I don't know.
Explain
I think
how
it's
this
like,
process
Total
works.
Recall did.
What are you selling?
Well, I'm selling lives.
Yeah. What does that
What kind of
mean?
life?
I'm new.
That means you can be remembered
Does it stay in
in
lives?
death as having lived a glorious life.
Even if I actually didn't.
Even if you actually didn't.
Ooh.
You might have died a pauper, but that's no reason not to be remembered as a king.
Well, wait. All right. So
Reasonable
it's a
rates.
pretty-
caveat: not dead.
I'm
Though.
confused.
Well, that's just planning for the future then, isn't it?
So, how much are they? Ballpark.
Reasonable prices.
Yeah, that's not a number.
Well, how much you got?
Literally nothing. I spend it all on drugs.
Aha. Well,
That explains why he's here.
he kind of like looks at you
I'm still alive.
and says, "Hey, you can't sell your soul too."
Yeah, I got this thing.
That drugs do.
And he kind of
That was
starts,
also part of
he
the
just
drugs.
sort of starts walking off. Lives for sale. Get your lives.
Hey, can I buy a life?
Sure.
How much is a life?
What do you want to be remembered as?
I want to be remembered as a great wizard.
A great wizard. He kind of like rummages around on his tray, picks up a little small marble sculpture of a wizard. All right, this one is a archmage. You'll be renowned for having raised a tower of sorcery and calumny.
What?
Oh, calamity. Sorry.
Calamity, okay.
Right.
Wait, so
Raven-
who's gonna do the remembering? When you say he'll be remembered as, who's doing the remembering?
People,
Which people?
living people.
Wish
I'm
people-
immediately skeptical of this whole thing.
Hi,
I think you're a
hang
scam
on. I'm an
artist.
honest businessman.
I don't think that's true.
Your plan seems confusing and probably dumb.
Do you want to be remembered? Look, do you want to be remembered as an archmage who wrought the heavens and caused them to rain blood?
Raven,
Hey, Raven,
This whole
we're
thing
not
seems
dead. So if we go back
Also-
to Earth and everyone thinks you're a magical archmage,
How much? How much?
it will not be convenient.
25 gold.
Oh.
For 10 gold, I'll make sure everyone remembers you as a great gnomish king of a kingdom in the Underdark.
With
For 8
with
gold, for
tens
8
of
gold, I'll
thousands of
throw in.
soldiers.
Tens of hundreds of thousands.
For 8 gold, I'll throw in barbarian conqueror and legendary lover.
I can't remember all of those things together.
I mean,
That is-
Also, I'm telling you, we're not dead.
I'm already
So
known
all
as
that's
a
happening
great
is
lover.
where you're just writing checks that you can't cash once we're
It's
back to
true.
Earth.
Yeah.
Brown
Plus, I
Bear.
feel like you really should like focus your brand. We were just talking about this. If you spread it to them with
Yeah.
like raining blood and killing barbarians, like it's all gonna get muddied up.
You already have.
Hey, go to
You're
reasonable
literally
price.
the king of a thing. Once you pay bags.
I mean, what about great lover?
You said you were.
Well,
right
earn
now,
it,
that.
dude.
Yeah, that's more up to you.
Yeah.
Just earn that.
You gotta put in the time.
You know
to
what?
not-
No, thank you.
Thank God.
He sighs and wanders off, shouting, "Life for sale! Get your lives!"
And don't put down the snow globe.
But I like the snow
Put the
globe.
snow globe back.
Snow globe is awesome.
It's not.
What do you guys do now that you're in the city?
I mean, we're going to the Bone Zone,
Bone
right?
Zone.
Yeah,
Bone
that's
Zone.
right.
Absolutely
Bone
Bone
Zone.
Zone.
You guys head for the Bone Zone.
I do this little
The
dance as we
bone
walk down the street. I keep
zone.
sticking out a leg, yelling "Bone Zone" with my hands above my head.
I try to make it look like we're just walking the same direction,
Yeah,
but
we
not
don't-
affiliated.
I'm like assuming this is like the Build-A-Bear workshop of this place. Like you go in and there's
You
all
build
the
this
pieces.
separate
Oh,
skeleton.
goodness, I
Yeah,
hope it
for your
is.
skeleton,
This
there's
is
all
gonna
the
be so
pieces
much
and
better than a
You
snow
put them
globe.
together.
Yeah.
As
you
you guys
souvenir from every
follow
store.
the helpful street signs that are there.
Ooh.
That point
Would you like some tea?
Point
Thank you, street
towards-
sign.
that point towards the Bone Zone. It is unmistakable to what could possibly be the Bone Zone in the city. So after about 3 blocks of walking or so, the buildings kind of fall off, and there's a big plaza, and there are 2 10-foot tall dancing skeletons, and at the back of this
start.
plaza is a gaping titan skull. And there are 2 massive sapphires in its eyes, and light is being projected through them and kind of sweeping the sky in a multicolored prismatic display. The whole place is sort of fenced in by like rib cages, etc. And there is a ghostly voice that seems to be emanating from everywhere and nowhere all at once that says, "Welcome to the Bone Zone!"
This goes against the entire aesthetic of the Shadowfell, and I'm loving it.
I'm down. No, see, this is the branding we were talking about.
I am into this.
This is why this is the
So
one
like,
place
what's
people know.
the? There are other people.
Oh yeah, there are
People,
other
right?
people.
What's like the vibe off those people? Like, are they like? Is this like? I just can't tell if this is like a dance party or like a fancy mall or like what kind of place. we're in.
Give me an insight check, actually.
All right, I'll
I'll
do.
let a-
Yeah, you want it?
Probably,
Sorry.
like, probably don't turn undead unless it becomes an emergency.
Oh yeah. Don't, don't do that.
I
got
am incredibly
3.
uncomfortable.
A
Like
3?
my skin
A
is
classic
crawling.
number, the
That is a
Trinity.
classic number. So some people seem to be like enjoying the celebratory vibe. Some people seem to be just going about their business. You're not really sure, like.
Okay, I'll ask a more specific question. Are
Yes.
people carrying bags? Like,
No,
like
I'm
this?
heavy.
standing
I
by
walk on my
myself.
own.
Sorry, are people carrying goods as
Uh,
though they have bought them recently or are going to sell them?
You do see some people like kind of like carrying little chests that look like you would keep valuables in them, that are walking up and stepping inside the giant titan mouth that leads into the Bone Zone.
All right, last question. Is there any Bone Zone branded merchandise just like around?
Snuggle ups?
Well, not
Sure,
not
snow-
just laying around, but
No,
it
like
is
are like people in like
visibly
Bone
for-
Zone T-shirts
yes.
or whatever.
Well,
Or
yes.
Bone Zone jerkins.
Tabards or
Yeah, like
something.
tabards with like the yeah, sure.
Skulls on a stick, Bone Zone branded skulls on a stick are very,
We'll get you-
very
we'll get you
popular.
one of those.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Are you gonna be okay with all the undead here? Like I know.
I'm gonna push through it, but
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is their world. Like we're the unnatural things here.
as I said, I'm doing okay.
And if
but
things
I
get
don't
really
wanna
stressful,
be here.
I'll blow up anything.
Thanks. I
With his
appreciate
hands.
You're welcome. Yeah, I might even
Got my back.
I might even get to use my hands for it.
So
He doesn't
we're
even
doing
know.
a lot of talking and not a lot of boning. So
Yeah.
Let's be fair, bone zoning.
that too.
That's-
We could do that
Like,
as well
that's
while
where-
we're here.
Well,
I was
hello.
expecting like the Joker to jump out and be like, "I pulled the biggest boner in Gotham City's history now."
Wow.
Oh, that is very.
That
And
just
then
happened.
if we have to steal
Have you
40
not-
cakes,
That, that's
guys-
a thing.
no,
it's
That's
a
like
comic,
an
yeah,
actual
like
comic
it's a
book.
comic.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's up there with the
It's a
famous baseball
classic.
error, Merkel's boning.
Yeah.
Yep.
so yeah, I approach
Hilarious
the
20s
bone
comedy.
zone.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So you approach the Bone
Me too.
Zone. There is a small little ticket kiosk in the middle of the plaza as you approach. There is an aged-looking woman, we'll say half orc, who's sort of sitting inside as you approach. Welcome to the Bone Zone, a magical land of bones and zones.
That's
one,
your pitch.
one ticket, please.
Oh, make it
Tickets.
5. Let's just buy all of them at once.
Yeah. 5 tickets.
Well, all right.
I
I'm
got
not
it.
paying for everyone. Though.
I got it.
You
Okay.
can't pay for yourself.
I think I have some money.
Tickets are 5 gold apiece, plus whatever merchandise
5
you
gold.
decide to buy within.
That's
Please
crazy.
keep your arms and legs to yourself, except when instructed not to. Safety regulations are nearby. Do you wish to buy a map?
I think it's more fun for doing.
Yeah, I'm going no map.
Yeah, no map. They're overpriced.
But could I buy one of those
And
skulls on a
don't
stick for
have
my
one of
Wait,
friend?
not me. I'm a
Yes,
ranger.
yeah.
You don't need a
Yeah,
map.
skulls on a stick. That'll be 35 gold, please.
2 buckets!
Let's get them on the way out, maybe.
We'll get them on the way out.
Yeah, I don't want to have to carry it around.
You
all
promised
over.
me a skull and a
Fine,
stick!
fine,
on the,
fine.
on the way out.
We'll get you on the way
Maybe
out.
there's a way we can win it inside for free.
But then I can't just walk around and show everybody I got a
Well,
skull.
everyone's gonna have one inside.
Plus, you might lose it in there.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on?
It's true.
I mean,
She
like, you won't
hands
be
you-
carrying around a bone, but we'll be surrounded by other bones. You might get it mixed up.
She hands you each a ticket, and
Sorry to get you excited.
it is definitely made of like grave wrappings.
What does that mean?
No, that's
what you wrap up a body.
Yeah, like what you would wrap.
Oh,
a
like
body.
mummy stuff.
like a winding
Yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, but they wrap lots of bodies, not just muscles.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Whatever. Ravenhurst very
It
upset
says,
about the souvenir.
printed on the sheet. It says Amdit 1.
Did they misprint it?
Yep,
Well, that's unfortunate.
They all say MD?
they do.
All right.
I can't quite tell. Is there something wrong with this ticket?
It's-
And then I shove it in your mouth.
That's a weird
And then I
thing
spit
to
it
have
out.
done.
I'm like, do we have to buy him another ticket, or can we
No,
use
it's fine.
this? And I give him
It's
his
fine.
gross, the
To
gross
be-
wet from my mouth.
And then
ticket.
you guys step into the Titan's gaping maw, and
And then the world is destroyed because we are in the bone zone forever and cannot save
Yeah.
it.
And we never leave.
Yeah.
as you
Ravenhurst
pass
gets
beyond,
37
as you
skulls on
pass
his
beyond,
face.
you see the skull kind of closing, and then you are in darkness for a moment. But then light bursts forth from every angle, and you
All
see
the angles.
That's a lot.
you see a massive field of bones. You see flying through the sky a chariot, I guess is the best way to describe it. A chariot that appears to be made from bones. You see a massive. Excuse me. You see a massive central chamber that says Bone Zone Nexus, like emblazoned in garish letters. You see a few other domes kind of scattered around that are made, of course, from giant skulls.
Yes.
Um,
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
and the voice says, "Welcome, Barnabas. Welcome, Ravener. Welcome, Alamar. Welcome, Perrin. Welcome, Aletta. You've just entered the Bone Zone."
I'm so impressed.
Yeah, that is wild.
I love when you
can
put
I
your
run
name in
back
the thing
out
and it
and
says
run
your
back
name
in?
and where you go in the theme park. I love
You can't go back through that door.
Ugh, I want him to say my name again.
Perrin.
It's not the same.
I throw my voice. Ooh, better. I throw Ravener. Well, he says Perrin. So I throw my voice.
That's okay. That seems fairly delightful.
You killed me.
Not allowed to throw the gnome.
I do
Remember,
it in like a fun
here in the
friendly way.
Bone Zone, we hope you have a necromagical time.
I
Wait,
love
is there
puns.
2 out
There-
of 10.
is there necromancy happening? I don't.
All around you.
Everywhere. Are you
I
kidding?
don't- I
Joe,
mean,
we're
but
going
like,
where
is there
you're
going to
from.
be necromancy happening to us? Or
I think what you
blatantly in
need to
front of us?
understand is in the bone zone,
think-
necromancing is just how the bones get it out.
If you wish to put the romance back into necromancy, Ravener, then you'll want to visit. You'll want to visit the
Narca
Bone
Hills?
Zone's Zone Bone.
Oh,
I
goodness.
do
I
not
think I'm
love
gonna
that.
wait outside and hold all of your coats.
Aletta, you just got. Well, we can't. First of all, you can't exit through the entrance.
Oh,
we just
no.
learned that. Second of all,
There's gotta be like an
just gotta-
emergency switch or
No, we're just-
something.
no, we're just. This is like it's like like exposure therapy.
Totally.
Like
You just have
we're
to
just
deal
in a
with it.
world of necromancy, so you're just gonna have to just
That's not-
grin and bear it. And this is a really good way to just get it all.
Aletta, if
Like
you
you're scared of snakes. Now you're covered in snakes, and then you're not scared of them anymore.
If
It's
you
not
want
that
to
I'm
get
afraid of
over
them, it's
your
that I
fear of the undead,
I
you
don't
should
have a
visit
fear
the
of the
Bone
undead. I have
Zones.
a intrinsic need to destroy them, and that's not very good for being here. It's like
You should
it's
visit.
like being that guy that goes into a haunted house even though he knows that the moment somebody tries to touch him in a haunted house, he's going to freak out and punch them in
the
the face.
Bone
You should
Zone's
just not
obelisk
go.
of Doom.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Oh, that's gonna be.
And then just sort of as the voice says that, like you can kind of where there was not an obelisk, there is one now.
Is it
and
like
it is
decidedly of doom?
of Doom? Oh yeah, it's like obsidian.
Just filled
There's
with
there's
doom.
a giant grinning skull that leads inside.
Starring The Rock.
There's some dogs.
There's a song.
So, as much as I hate to admit it, I am intrigued by the Bone Zone Bone.
All right.
I gotta figure out where that is.
All right. It is very clear to see where it is. There is a giant pelvis.
Oh, don't
Damn it.
do it.
I have to.
All right.
It calls to me.
Do you want to go visit the Obelisk of Doom?
Or would you like
I'm
to
more
hang out
into
with the
that.
pelvis?
I don't want any of this.
I'll report back.
As soon as he says pelvis.
Either
I do
I
like
will
bones
tell
down,
you
bones
what
down.
happened in there, or I absolutely will not tell you what
Never
happened
speak
in
of it
there.
again.
Yeah, those are the two options.
You should go with Perrin and make sure he's okay.
Or don't.
Did you just ask me to go with Perrin into a pelvis? I'll see you guys later.
Cool. Wait, was that so? You
Yeah, I'm
are
not
going?
sure if he's going.
I'll go with
Okay, I couldn't know that was like
Okay.
you're going with Perrin or
Alright,
you're just
so-
leaving.
All right.
I just
My
nope.
need to protect my people is going to outweigh my reticence to do any of this. So though I do not want to be here at all, I'm not letting them go on their own. So I will go with them.
All right.
Well, I
Oh,
think we're
okay.
going two different places.
Where I'm not going to the Bone Zone Bone.
You are probably maybe missing out or
I'm-
saving yourself.
I'm good.
Those
man.
are the options.
I've seen DeviantArt.
That's fair.
I'm gonna.
Perrin the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I want to check out this obelisk.
All right.
Bags, do you want to check out this obelisk? Aletta, how do you feel about this obelisk?
Obelisk. Yes.
All right. So
Magic
you
folks,
three,
go to the
you
obelisk.
three make your way towards the obelisk of doom. Let's go with Perrin and Ravener first, though, as you
Sure.
approach.
All right.
As you approach
good.
this Bones Zone Bone.
I love being on adventures with you.
This will be fun or horrifying.
There is a.
Either way, I'm excited.
There is another. This one is not massive. It's just like normal door-sized skull that provides the entryway into this.
Because a
place.
skull the size of a door, not massive.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's giant, but it's not like giant.
Like Mr. Massive Goliath.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you can have, like, titanic creatures that take up,
Yeah.
like, mountains.
I mean, the good news is, even if it's that small, I can still fit the
Yeah,
You're gonna have to bend.
I'll
bend
squirm.
over, yeah.
You guys
I mean,
walk
you
inside
certainly
and
will.
are standing in a just a very nice parlor.
I love this realm.
There
It is
are
so much better than any realm we've been to.
mahogany benches here. There is like a nice like floral cushion on the seats that you can see.
Have you seen the beautiful
There is pleasant
embroidery?
there's
on these
pleasant
seat
music that
cushions?
appears to be emanating from a harpsichord. And sitting at the harpsichord
It's not my
is
favorite instrument.
sitting at the harpsichord is a skeleton in a long flowing gossamer gown, just sort of playing music. You
This
can
is
see
not what I expected.
you can see a few people dancing in here. There are humans and skeletons that seem to be sort of dancing together.
Ugh.
Um,
The travesty.
it's all the sort of contra dancing.
Okay.
Which is very like, you know, for those of you who aren't nerds and don't know what contra dancing is, that's sort of like that dancing where you like two people will come together, they'll put their hands and they'll spin around and switch partners, etc., etc. There is there's a woman wearing brass spectacles who is dressed very, very sternly, saying, "Yeah, excellent, well done, yes, good."
Oh, this is a class.
Ah!
Hi.
You actually went to school, nerd.
Oh, we made a
Heron!
mistake.
Ravener,
What?
we were told to expect you.
How does everyone know our name?
I don't know, but I love it.
Welcome.
So easy. If I just know
Welcome.
their name.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Zone de Bone.
You should put on a tag with
Thank
your
you
name.
for welcoming us, Susan.
Oh, that's a very good guess.
Damn it.
So
I thought it would just
patronizing.
work that way if, like, we just knew, like, you know, when you just
Becky.
Susan was close. Let's go with
Argathax.
Susan. If you tried to say my name, your head would explode.
Oh. Well, now it sounds like a
Challenge
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah. What is it?
And the
You
world
will
ended.
find out after your class. You've been signed up for dance lessons, finishing a finishing class, and
Doing it.
etiquette.
Etiquette? Who ate a cat?
Ooh.
Wait. How did the person in charge here, like, I'm Perrin, I'm trying to, like, fuck, and then was like, oh, you need to go to, like, Cotillion.
You wanted,
Yeah, like I
oh,
said, this has really gone a different way than I
you
thought it
wanted to
would.
put the romance back into necromancy. That's what we do
Oh,
here.
like literal romance.
Like the Dolce Vita.
Oh, all right. No, that's fine. No, all
like
right. No,
caramel.
this will be fun. This will be fun. All right. What do I do? How do I romance a skeleton?
Step right this way. We'll teach you. First, we'll teach you some cotillion dancing.
All right.
Okay, and then I walk exactly like she does because she said step this way.
Yes.
Well, she
I
sort
don't
of
do
is
that
up
dumb
on
bit.
up on a balcony, but
Oh.
when she says step this way, suddenly she's at your side, and she does in fact walk off, hands clasped, as
And
she
then I do that behind
leads
her.
you into as she leads you into a ballroom.
It's gonna die. I mean, not like, I mean, obviously inevitable, but like, I mean, like right now.
You guys are make give me insight or perception. Either is fine, but let me know which you rolled.
Oh, well, I rolled a 19,
All
but
right.
it was before you told me which one I had to pick. Either way, I think there are 20. What is it? Insight or perception?
Insight or perception.
They are. They are both 20. Unnatural 20.
Inside.
20 is unnatural.
Modified.
Modified 20.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Plus 6. My other option was perception.
Non-natural.
Yes.
We're going with insight,
What
where then
is-
I have a 14.
Perfect. All right. So you realize that the living
Next
people
level.
here do seem very like eager to learn. They're very much attentive. And Perrin, you recognize like because you saw what the people were like in the necromancy school. You've seen necromancers before. This does seem to like be a lot of necromancers. They don't they don't seem to be like as mustache twistingly evil as the one you've been fighting.
Yeah.
But they're dressed very formally, and this does seem to be something that they are no one here is dressed sort of haphazardly. Like everyone is putting on their,
of course.
Their Sunday best. Everyone is definitely looking the way they do on purpose. You recognize a couple of different sort of styles of necromancer.
Okay.
There are those that seem to have like long black robes. There are those that are kind of dressed up in very nice suits. And then the fewest of them all are the ones that are wearing all white. And they're dressed very, very simply but formally. And they seem the most interested in sort of how the undead are reacting, right? And as you guys have this dance lesson,
well, hold on. So, is there a changing room where I can go?
Oh yes,
All right.
oh yes, right
Yeah.
this way.
So I have written down in my
Oh,
equipment
that's right.
super fancy clothes
You did.
and spiderweb cloak and scarf.
That's
So that feels very fitting.
you get dressed up.
Yeah, all right.
I put on my new king outfit.
That's true. You are a king now.
I left my
you
crown
did
at home
you did
now.
say you wanted to get some kingly clothes. All right, you get fancied up. And
my captain's hat. What's that like?
garish.
Perfect. I will put that on as well.
Aaron,
Excellent.
What's
I have
up?
silk pants.
Congratulations.
They're very silky on my parts when I walk.
Oh, you're not wearing anything under. It's
Was I
nice.
supposed
You
to do
guys,
that?
No, it's way better if you don't.
Okay, good.
you guys step out into the wooden ballroom
Yeah.
floor.
I'm watching it.
Susan.
So Perrin does like this, but I'm like right underneath his arm, and I do the same thing. And we don't
that's
even
so
touch each
cute.
other.
No. Could we have like planned where like I don't know our
Well-
height differential, but like if I did the grand entrance through the doorway
It's
and then you did the grand entrance between my legs.
It's funny that you
Perfect.
should. It's funny that
Yes.
you should say that because Susan is kind of applauding and says, "Yes, now that is one way, but really, what we want here is a good part of this style of necromancy is making an impression. See, we here
I'm
don't
good at that.
believe so much in commanding the undead, so much as compelling them.
Ooh. Intriguing.
That just maybe leaves less room for choice.
Well, I mean, when you make someone think that they made the right choice, then that's not on you. They made that choice.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you make an entrance, that is the first way to take notice. Now, mind you, you won't always want to make an entrance like you are into a ballroom, but the
I
idea
understand.
of keep that presence in mind wherever you go. Now try again, make a better entrance.
All right. Go back through. I imagine there's like curtains through the door. All right. So, since I have a minute to prepare.
Yeah, you guys, in fact, can plan one together.
Yeah. All right. So.
And you guys can go ahead and do that now as we
Okay.
jump over to these guys.
Ooh.
Approaching the
Okay,
obelisk
it's us.
of doom. The obelisk of doom, as mentioned,
So,
is a tall obelisk with a skull set at its base. As you approach, you hear a mournful, and you
I roll my eyes and light a fancy cig at that.
you step within. Inside is a massive. Well, it's like the inside of a big tower, except all of the walls here are lined with books.
Ooh. Hey.
Hello, boring room.
Welcome, a letter, Barnabas and Alamar.
Hello.
That's a
Books.
nice personal touch.
Is it? It's.
You have
Kinda
entered
seems
the
quite
obelisk
creepy
of
and-
doom. Here we have recorded the dooms of civilizations from ages past.
Ooh.
Here we have assembled the dooms of things to come.
Oh, buckets. Do you have like like some sort of librarian or reference person I could talk to?
Absolutely.
And
then sort
talk
of
to them?
sort of. Well, as the last little
Sorry, I
syllable,
just had a real idea.
as the last little syllable of absolutely floats off, there is a librarian skeleton standing in front of you.
Okay, I pull out the blue-green gem, and I'm like, can you cross-reference this with your list of known apocalypses?
Absolutely.
Wait, the green one or the blue one?
The green one.
Oh, okay. I heard blue one.
That's weird because I thought blue and then corrected myself in my head and said green.
Oh.
Absolutely, I can.
Spent
I
too much
can-
time on the same bench.
I can correct. I can cross-reference rather that doom if that's what you're after.
Yeah, I want to know all the relevant escatons to this rock.
Yes. Kind of looks it over, gets out some measuring instruments, and then scuttles off.
All right, I'll wait. Nerds, enjoy your books.
And we gotta wait too, because somebody's hogging the librarian.
You just talk to a regular ghost man.
After about
Regular ghost man.
The one who got the librarian.
He's gone.
The librarian left, but isn't voiced man?
after about 5 minutes or so, the librarian comes back, holding a rolled up sheaf of parchment.
I'll take that. And also, I'll read it.
You read it. You see.
Which I learned how to do by myself and not in a school.
You see that.
Congratulations.
So the very first words you unfurl on this scroll are the destruction of the prime material plane.
Oh.
That's my favorite plane. No, third favorite.
Yeah.
Sounds like the most fun one to destroy.
When and
Planet Destruction.
Pandemonium or Limbo. I don't know which one you mean.
when
No,
you
Limbo.
as you read this, you kind of see some familiar things. You read that Dendar, the night serpent, will
Sure.
swallow the sun, and
Yeah,
1,000 years of
what
darkness
Dendar
will
says.
ensue.
That does not sound fun.
Hey, we.
I mean,
he said
do you
that
really
to us.
read the sun? We can cast light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a fire for
The
God's
Underdark
sake.
does just fine without the sun.
That
Yeah.
you also see that the ground will be rent asunder, and that what is contained within shall burst forth.
Oh, we know what that is too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we know a lot of stuff. Is there anything else that is important?
Yes. The other thing that is kind of disturbing to you is you just sort of keep seeing like sort of as like an addendum, sort of like someone not recently, but like after this scroll was written, someone went through and just sort of added in little notes on the margins, and mostly that seems to be corruption.
Corruption. What is that? What?
Just like someone kind of came back in, and when it says like, and the ground shall be rent asunder, and it's like the corrupted ground shall be rent asunder, and what is contained within corruption shall stream forth.
People just like kept like, okay, like sure.
footnoting
footnoting the
corruption.
word corruption or like references to
Ghost person.
Yes.
Or librarian, whichever who it is. Question.
Yes.
Either. Is this... Are these prophecy or time travel?
They are prophecy.
Okay.
So these things
Could
are
have.
foreseen, but no one's actually experienced them.
That's correct.
Do you
Whoa.
know when this is supposed to take place?
Yeah, do you have-
No, I'm afraid I don't know when,
Don't know where.
but
Okay.
that is not really what the Bone Zone is all about.
Hey.
Okay.
What is
I'd
the
like
Bone
to see
Zone
any-
really all about then?
I think that's a good question.
Bones!
Huh.
Well, I've constructed this for you because you're some very special customers.
You made this library just for me?
For us.
Now, this library is here. It's within the necropolis of broken dreams and nightmares. I've simply brought it to you.
Who's
Delightful.
I?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah, good question.
I am known as Nathaniel. The Zone... No, Nathaniel. The Bone Zone own bone. and then sort of.
I yell at him.
Can we fight him? I run to her and just start fighting him.
Coalescing out of nowhere is a like just very happy looking skeleton in a dapper suit.
I look at him and like I make it clear like I'm about to smack your head off and gesture, and then I say,
You come up
"Why
with a better
didn't
name.
you call? Okay, I will right now. Why didn't you call yourself Nathaniel, the Bone Zone Boner and Proprietor?"
Ooh, I like it. I'm a boner. Done. And then,
I told you it wasn't hard. It was I did it in a
immediately,
second.
like your memory shifts, and it is as though he had said, "I'm the boner and proprietor." Of
Why am I
Bone
so
Zone."
angry? You said the thing I like.
You're always angry.
That's true about me.
Well, Nathaniel, it's nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet
I
you.
don't really
as well.
understand the last like 30 seconds of my life, but it's nice to meet you.
Hey,
So
you're
would you
welcome,
say that
that's
you
all I
had a
want.
bone to pick with him?
I did, but it was retroactively time traveled into another.
So this has like this library has a collection of stuff about the dooms of things, right?
Yes.
I'd like to read the scrolls on the doom of the Ebon Dawn.
Ah, the Doom of the Ebon Dawn. Those are
Ooh.
some interesting scrolls.
Yeah.
Smart.
Right this way.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
It's good that you came to the Bone Zone first. You know there is a group hunting the 5 of you in this city.
What?
There is a group that is hunting
I
you.
don't know this.
I want to find.
Tell us all about them.
I'd like to find this
Ooh.
book on the doom of those guys.
No, so you guys, he kind of is leading you along the way, and he says, yes, oh yes, it is not very often that the hunters of the dead come through. But,
What?
Wait,
We're not dead.
we're very
It's
much alive,
very
except
true,
for my
you're-
arms to rocks.
you're all very much alive, which
Except
makes it even rarer that they,
Yeah.
which makes it almost unheard of that they should be employed.
That's it.
Who employs them?
I don't know who has employed them, only that they are hunting you.
Wait, so they're the hunters of the dead, but they're hunting living things?
Yes.
Bad.
Very unusual.
Bad
This is
branding.
bad for business. This is most ill. It's unheard of. It simply isn't done.
Well,
How is it that you came to be
That's a
aware
real
of it?
trigger phrase for me.
How is it that I listen to everything that goes on in the necropolis. After all, I've got to keep my place up to date.
And you heard nothing of who hired them?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any way of finding
Bless
out
you.
such things?
Thanks. Yep. Okay. I know how to do it. I think. I don't know.
You might.
No one ever taught me how to choose.
I am
Thank you.
restricted in
It's okay.
some areas.
Good.
You might try and find this out for yourselves.
Where would you suggest looking?
Well, I'd suggest asking the Hunters of the Dead, though they're not very good characters to run into.
wait, tell us more about the Hunters of the Dead.
Yes,
like
they
in
are.
general.
They are there to hunt down those who have either avoided their either prophesied demise or internment. Sometimes when souls have been interred within, or when we have performed funerary rites for some, they are wrenched back into existence. Not reborn, not resurrected,
Sure.
not even raised as undead, but sort of like it's like a particularly willful soul might reanimate themselves as an undead monstrosity, unwilling to let go. They cling to existence, and it is bad for business all around. The Hunters of the Dead are sent to retrieve these ghastly beasts.
So like what's like the scouting report on the hunters themselves?
Yeah, how good are they? Like,
And like what are they like?
What
like,
are they like?
Do they just like carry some weird like backpacks and trap ghosts in them?
Like do they have like,
Don't
like
tempt
do they have like a
don't
suction do they have like
tempt
some kind of suction machine and like a gross friend?
Because like if that's the case, I feel like we're pretty okay.
Yeah, no, I think we can handle those.
Oh,
idiots.
I'm very Our particular branch of Hunters of the Dead, no. The Hunters of the Dead are sort of grim and brooding characters. Yes, they're very dour. They
I wonder if this is anyone thought we were dead.
cloak themselves in mystery.
Wouldn't they know? They put themselves in mystery.
Yes, you would think that they would know. It seems that something has turned them from their usual aim. And for if they are hunting you who are living, then they are not hunting the dead returned that they are supposed to hunt down. Revenants, I believe you would call them.
What about that?
How many are there?
Within the city, 5.
Hunters?
Yes.
Like total?
Total, 10.
Okay.
So
Well,
half
Where are the rest of them?
The rest of them are scattered throughout the prime material plane.
Right, shouldn't they all be there because there's like an undead outbreak?
I mean, I don't know if that really.
Oh, those are raised.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. They
They
fall
are-
into this like category of like nebulously alive.
Sort of. You might talk to some of the gravekeepers here. There are mixed opinions about that particular problem.
So why?
Okay, I'm glad you're enthusiastic about the
Why are you helping us if you
conversation.
don't mind me asking? Not that we don't appreciate the help.
I appreciate it a lot.
I do, definitely. And
Do
I
they
appreciate
have a
the help.
headquarters here that we could find?
They do. Why am I helping you? Well, you are, after all, Harrowmont's heroes.
Why am I doing this?
Very true.
I'm not there, but
Yeah.
no
So
reaction.
it's a compulsion.
Wherever you are. It's
Yeah.
just like a psychic John.
You seem to be, for what it's worth, you seem to be doing heroic things. That is the
Seem
kind
to
of thing
be
I
is a
can get
really
behind.
important part of this.
Definitely,
honestly.
definitely. I like now. I just have this idea. It just happens to us all the time. Like we'll be on the toilet somewhere and just like, how did I do that? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
wow, there's
absolutely.
shit everywhere now.
I feel like that's
like,
defo canon.
like,
100%.
in the middle of, you know, negotiating, like haggling down on some price. You're just like, bam! And like, I
Things-
just throw my true at the
Parent just like
Things
performing a
seem
show
to
and
be-
throws his loot through the air. Or
You
his
see,
didgeridoo, I
things
guess.
seem to be getting worse in the world. It is in need of heroes, I believe.
Not just any heroes.
But Harrowmont's heroes.
Who are the best ones?
Yeah, definitely.
The best ones I've seen. It's not every day that you get to talk to the winners of the Sigil Invitational.
Who are also just chilling in the land of the dead with magical rock hands? Are you serious? We are aces.
We are, yeah. No,
It is
definitely.
pretty cool.
Well, maybe we should just go beat up these guys.
Yeah, maybe we should just go. I feel pumped up. I feel like we should just go punch them.
Like how, like how tough are these?
Oh,
hunters?
they are quite tough. It takes a powerful will and essence of being to return yourself across the threshold of the dead. Doubly so if you have already had the proper funerary rites performed. These revenants that they hunt are mean customers.
Oh, they weren't customers. Isn't that the whole problem?
Hmm?
Isn't like the whole problem that they're not?
Oh
they're
no,
not
they
customers?
are customers. They've had the services of the necropolis provided for
Oh,
them.
okay.
But then they're like doing some kind of weird like.
So
when
they're
you-
really good at like resisting like undead and stuff.
Yes.
What about like swords to the face?
Yes.
How do they handle lasers?
Also very well.
Isn't very well as in like they are killed by them or they are not.
In the years that the Hunters of the Dead have been
It was
operational,
like 5 years.
many years, more than 5, less than eternity.
Okay,
Let's
sure.
say 3,000 years.
Okay. that
It's
sounds-
not the right answer, but that's a.
I mean, it fits the
that's a
it
good
fits the
ballpark,
parameters.
right?
I'm fine with it.
3 Hunters of the Dead have been slain on the job.
Okay. A, by what? B, have
By-
other ones been slain
no,
on the job?
let me finish. 3 have been slain by beings that are not revenant. Those that have fallen have mostly died to the revenants.
So 3 is the total high score. Oh,
I mean, that sounds like on the one hand, it sounds like a
I
challenge.
could do 5.
But we don't want to kill these. I mean, these guys are
Where is their
ultimately
headquarters
good
located?
people.
The headquarters of whom?
Fuck it, dude.
Of the
Let's
hunters.
turn, this
Of the
let's turn
hunters?
these
Here
Elysian
in-
fields
in-
into anarchy, baby.
Oh.
Let's turn the system on its head. As dead people just do whatever they want now.
But no, but it's not turning the Elysian fields into anarchy. It's turning the material plane into a hellhole.
And it's already on its way.
And then we'll all have to, I don't know.
It's gonna get corrupted and then we'll destroy it, like the book says.
No,
Scroll.
No, we're gonna prevent that. Where's this book on the Doom of the Ebon Dawn?
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes, right here. And he kind of like reaches over and plucks it out. It is a thick tome.
Yeah, I'm gonna skim through that real quickly.
All right.
But really, though, where's the headquarters? of the
Their
Hunters?
headquarters are on the east end of town.
East end of town. Gotcha.
Yes.
Which way is east? There's not a sun.
Oh,
It does.
well, just look at the street
My
signs.
keen sense tells me what direction is north at all times. I got you.
Bam!
What a chill and crazy in this context power to have.
And that's why we didn't need a map.
So I didn't need a map. I thought
Well,
we
you
just
got
meant for- I
one.
thought that was just for funsies.
I mean, yeah, but also we got her. Also, this place seems like it shows you where you need to go without a map.
There's a ton of signage.
Yeah. Like,
You start skimming through the book. You come to a chapter that talks about Gloom's Skull Fortress,
Mhm.
which you'll recall is the their headquarters.
right.
And
Where's it located?
On the east side of town?
Babbage.
No, it is located far to the south of Winterhaven. It is located within. It is
I'll take some
located.
notes.
Yeah, you can take some notes as to how to get there.
Can I keep this? I wave the scroll around.
And I will make a map and put it up on our
Ooh.
Bull's lounge. But we'll get back to that in a
Can I
minute.
keep my end of the world report?
Yes,
I just take it with me.
absolutely.
Backpack.
But yeah, you can find out where it is. And you note that it is brought down by, like, calamity and so on and so forth. It's sort of that vague prophecy kind of deal. But mentioned alongside it a lot is something called the Judicium. Which, give me an intelligence check.
Mm. Oh, that's gonna be a high number.
It's like a 23.
You've heard that before.
Was it in Sigil?
It was in Sigil, but it was mentioned when you apprehended the necromancer, who you left cooped up in a box
Yes.
in Sigil. He asked if you guys were with the Judicium.
Right. Okay. I probably should have brought him along.
Maybe. I mean, he's still. You guys could technically
Oh,
go
yeah.
back.
I forgot that we had that guy in that box.
I know, we all forgot to be left.
Everyone forgot that he was there, and then they left. And as the little portal closed, I was like, and there he is,
He's
back
just
in that
there.
room, like, hello, hello,
Whoa.
someone
There's like
there.
a very confused cleaning lady. Like housekeeping is just whacked out. Afraid
It's
kids love
Sigil.
cheese.
They'll be fine.
But yeah, that's sort
Sigil
of
the Las
what
Vegas of
you
outer space.
encounter from there.
Judicium.
Okay.
Um,
Is there a book about the Judicium? Are we gonna go all the way down this rabbit hole? Maybe we shouldn't.
there is not one about them actually.
They don't have a
There,
doom.
we had a
There's
book
Don't
about them,
Doom?
but it was stolen.
No.
Oh, hello.
Oh, really? When was that?
Olenna goes all
Yeah.
full power.
5 prime material years ago.
Hold on.
The boatman!
Yeah, wait a second. We know a 5 years guy.
It's all coming
Obviously,
together.
it's the same person.
It's a lead dog.
I'm in.
Question.
Hell yeah. Let's
Yes.
Ace Attorney this shit.
Who makes these books?
Who makes the books? Oh,
You're asking a lot of good questions.
as I should tell you, we are both here and not here. But in the actual Doom obelisk, there are the scryers of the ends, and they are pulled from the ranks of people who can foresee doom and death and destruction. And they are, of course, regrettably driven mad by their visions of apocalypses that will or will not come to pass. But they write down what they see. It's nice for them. It helps them get it out of their system.
There's such a great image of like Cassandra showing up and trying to get a job here, and they're like, "Nah, no one's gonna believe this bullshit that you're writing. Like we need believable dooms." And she's
Oh,
like,
yes!
"No." She's like, "No, this is gonna happen, guys." It's like, "Nah."
We had an
Everyone's like,
applicant
no,
by
no,
that
no.
name.
Well,
Yes.
you should go work in the fiction department or something.
And then everyone dies.
Yeah, that's perfect. So why didn't you just write? If the book is stolen, why didn't you just have them write another one?
Bingo bango.
Once a book has been written, they don't tend to write another one. I don't run the place.
Wait, so I just
I
have to
thought
have
you
the
were the
only
boner.
account of the Doom?
Well,
of
I'm the owner and proprietor of the Bone Zone, not the Obelisk of Doom.
Wait, so do I just get to take this? So
Well, it's a
Corpus.
copy of it. It's not
Oh.
the actual
The
thing.
structure here is very.
I'm the
Okay, I didn't realize
obelisk
okay.
of doom.
Okay, yeah. I want to talk to this boatman. I feel like he stole that book. I understand it's like a really tenuous lead, but like it's just like it's in my bones.
Well, keep that in your back pocket. Now that now that you have seen the dooms and seen that the undead and the living can work side by side, and he gestures around, especially to you, Aletta, pointing out where like there are skeletal scribes kind of writing things down in books and taking care of the library and so on and so forth, right alongside the living. I want to show you the main attraction of the Bone Zone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
definitely.
You
Right
seem,
this
you seem
way.
good, Nathaniel.
And he
What
kind
could
of
possibly go wrong?
of
Great.
I went to necromancy school. Like, I have no problem.
I'm expert at destroying. I have never been scared.
he sweeps you guys outside of the obelisk, and we'll jump back over to
Oh.
Ravener and Perrin. You guys
Excellent.
have a grand entrance plan.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
okay.
Yes.
So, before we got started, I
Uh-huh.
used Enhance Ability on
Ah,
both of us to give us both advantage on Charisma checks, which I think will come in handy.
Excellent.
You're going to cast Fog Cloud.
Yes. So the fog is gonna. I'm gonna cast it back, so it just billows out of the door, in front of us and before us. Yeah.
And then I'm
just
also
gonna
I'm going to press the digitation for a nice shower of sparks, and I think.
No, we're doing drums and.
Oh yeah, we can do drums.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play the lute because I'm fluent with that.
But I think what'll be most fun is I'm also going to Silent Image, and I think I'm going to give us a grand entrance of Skellymen, giving us a nice flourishing bow as we walk in.
I love this. This is great. Give me performance with advantage.
Okay. I rolled double 17s.
Perfect.
So for me, doing a performance check, that is a 28.
There we go.
3006.
That's whatever I roll, people.
Do it. I believe
Natural
in it.
20!
All right. Yeah, you guys make an entrance, and like the whole class, like necromancers and undead alike, kind of class. And you guys are led through this dancing lesson. And,
Mm-hmm.
sort of along as you guys are going through the steps, you see that like this is sort of the whole finishing school is a metaphor for like necromancy and their own particular thought of it.
They're losing me.
Yeah, I don't follow.
Metaphor. I like.
But it's also some.
I like a regular floor.
It's also some very practical skills because you do actually dance. And stuff.
Right. Which I
Right.
am into
Do you
learning.
learn any necromancy?
A little bit, yeah.
What can
Okay.
What can we do?
Yeah, I'm into learning some necromancy.
You guys, having finished with your lessons and things. So here's what we'll say. Perrin, your charm person and charm abilities work explicitly on the undead.
Ooh. All right, write that down.
And,
Charm undead.
Ravener, I'll give you a choice. You can either gain the ability to twice per long rest, either command the undead, or you can learn how to once per long rest. I'll just let you add animate dead to your spell list.
So it's one or the other?
Yeah. For now.
Do I want to learn to animate dead?
But
do I
you don't
wanna
have to worry
command
about that.
that?
You guys kind of go through. You learn dancing. You learn etiquette.
Love it.
You have a nice, very formal, fancy dinner. You guys are kind of. Well, the soup spoons are made out of bones and so on and so forth. The food is real. And then you guys finish up with a little presentation of your own, where you guys kind of redo all of the skills that you've learned, and you dance with a partner and
Yeah.
all of that stuff, and everyone kind of applauds.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Did you see our entrance?
Right, we're great at this.
That was very well
I
done.
mean, they're gonna be talking about us. For years.
I am very very proud of the two of you.
Thank you.
You're some of the best students we've had come through here.
Great. No, this was so much
I
fun.
really loved it.
Yeah, I was not expecting. I thought there'd be a lot more sex with skeletons. But you know what? This has been great.
I'm so
That's how
happy.
they reel you in.
Come for the skeleton sex, stay for the etiquette.
Classic you guys
slogan.
outside, and you guys kind of rejoin everyone as you
That
as
was
you
really
walk up to
wonderful.
I don't
Yeah.
want to hear a single
Karen, we
thing
need to
about
go
what
do
happened.
That
many
was
more
great.
adventures together.
As you guys wander up to the Bone Zone itself, which is
Wait, what?
You've never actually been in the bone zone yet, apparently.
yeah, well,
Oh, you're just running the whole time.
The core of the, bone
the
zone.
Bone Zone TM, right? You're in the Bone Zone complex, but now you step into this.
Sure.
You step into.
So it is kind of like a fancy mall, and like this is like the Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. You
Okay,
you
cool.
guys walk into you step into an octagram that's been traced on the ground, and there are bones of ancient titans here. There are bones of skeletons. You're even certain, and though you're not sure how because you're just looking at like a bone, but you're certain as you look upon it that you see like the bone of a dead god.
Can we like pocket one?
As Nathaniel, and you guys now see the dapper skeleton in a suit with like just a grinning head.
Oh yeah, this is Nathaniel. He's the bone.
He has
the
eyes.
bone zone boner on the
He has
front.
eyes in his sockets.
Like flesh eyes.
Well, yeah, a little bit. I mean, not in a gross way.
Okay. Not gonna question it.
Yeah, it's best not to question
Yeah.
it. Think about like Mort from Planescape. He had eyes. Anyway, don't worry about it. Welcome. Here, you can find the best bones in all of the zones. We've gathered them here, where you can, if you want, build your own.
It
Our
is
own
a
skeleton.
build your own skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's better than a
sick.
skull on a stick.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna build my own skull on a femur.
I think you could pick a better bone for it to be on. I know. I'm saying I have faith in you that I think you could come up with a more.
All right.
Yeah, what
No,
are the
femurs are really
restrictions?
So here are the
They look kind of like an
restrictions.
ice cream cone.
You can create one
It's actually
very
something
small
like
thing
that.
for your person, or as a group, and as a group, because I like you guys so very much.
Thanks, Nathaniel.
As a group, you guys can create one
How do you see people?
protector, one construction of your choice. I leave that to your creativity, and you can all create something very small for yourselves as a keepsake of your time here in the Bone Zone.
All right.
Oh, this
I'm okay.
is so important.
No, it really is. I'm thinking we all make some kind of little thing, and then we can combine them all to form the skeleton god. So like when we get into a real
So
real
like
pinch-
our individual Zords and then our Megazord.
yeah like when we get into a real pinch, Haramon's heroes all form together into the skeleton god.
I
I
sort of like a little-
like this plan.
I just want like a little clip for my cards.
That's not very. But you'd be the head.
I would be.
I'll
You
make
have
a
the laser eyes in the head.
No, right, sure.
Yeah.
I'll make a little Shin Godzilla dude.
Like Shin Godzilla, or you're going to be the Shin, and it's gonna look like Godzilla.
Ah.
There's
Yes,
questions
that one.
here.
Because it's punny.
I'll make. Yeah, you know what? But what if? No.
Matt, you look like you got.
Yeah,
Aaron,
maybe.
you look like you got some
I'm-
serious thoughts there.
I don't know.
I'm trying
This
to-
is so important, and I feel like there's a right answer, but I don't know what it is.
But see, here's the thing. Bags.
And
here's,
this was how we broke Perrin.
Bags.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
Uh-huh.
I love the idea of Bone Robot, Voltron,
Sure.
Skeletor, King. But like, if I were making the head as my like individual part, like what? Like, do you want to carry around a big old bone sphere
Yeah, we'll just
the
call you
size of
Hamlet.
my whole me?
I mean, yes.
Well, no, because our individual ones are only like yay big, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then how do they form into the big boy?
Magic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, then yeah, it's magic. I'll make a card clip that turns into a big skull sphere.
It just we'll have to. All right, like the magic can just be it's like transformation scene that like takes 30 seconds where it like
Oh, no, it's
folds
cool.
and opens.
Well, it's like no. What if it's like all the parts come together that makes like the legs, torso, arms,
yeah.
and there's like a spine thing, right? And then I put the bone card clip like a key into the spine, I twist it,
There you go.
and then other bones fold up to make the head.
There you go.
yeah, there you go.
I'm making a clip for my cards, and it's also a key to a Voltron.
It's also a key to a skeleton god. Okay,
Great
That's
idea.
fine.
I like that. I like that. I like the
Yeah.
sound of that.
I should make some kind of like armored rib cage.
It should be the chest zone.
Yeah,
for
that,
sure.
like where it's like armor, and then eventually like Voltron's out around me
Excellent.
into the.
See, you guys are clearly going in different directions. I was thinking like Are these bone creations animated?
They are, if you want them to be.
See, I was thinking like making a little skeleton imp that would hang out. Like an imp.
And then he like
Like my
slowly
size?
swallows you, and like
And
you
then
jump,
becomes
you
the
jump down
legs.
to your mouth, and then he grows into the legs, and his mouth goes up into the main
That
thing,
is
and then you're the leg.
horrifying.
Well, you can think of there's two parts, right? You can think of whatever you want, and then also how it fits into the Voltron,
Or the other way around.
or the other way
So
around.
something
Yes.
should be the legs, and then we need 2 arms.
Yes.
Well, but alright, like
And I
if,
feel like
if,
you
this,
should do
if
the
this is
legs.
if this is our basis here, it doesn't have to fit that well. Like saber-tooth tiger is not a foot,
Right.
but it can be.
It can be.
Yeah, sure. I'm saying you make it if you want, but I really
Yes.
feel like you should be the leg.
Yeah, that
No, I'm
does
fine with
seem
that.
like
I
you
feel
should
like-
be the legs for either running away or not doing damage.
And also,
I do like both of those
and also,
things.
the leg pilot, I imagine, sits right in the groin, which is like sort of your zone.
That's my favorite place.
That is no, I mean that is definitely where your character kind of leads, where Perrin leads from.
No, yeah. It's definitely my driving force.
I'm all brain. He's
Uh,
all Hort, and you're all crotch stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did just go to a place with anticipating having sex with a skeleton.
Yeah, that was not. That was like
That
a
was
reason. That was a
kinda
pro
odd.
on your pros and cons list.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
You weren't even like, I could learn a thing here. You're like, I would fuck a skeleton here. Maybe I'll have to learn something.
In
I'm
fact,
gonna learn
as
how
soon
to
as I figured
bone
out I
some
had to
bones.
learn, I was upset.
You almost left.
All right. So what do you make that becomes the legs? of this
Come
thing?
back to me.
All right. Aletta, Ravener, you guys.
I got nothing, man.
All right.
I got nothing.
Oh,
Why don't you make like a in Hebrew it's a yad, like a
Little pointer?
Yeah, a point. There you are. Like
Just
a-
a little
Oh,
finger.
yeah.
Like, you could use it as either like a wand. It would just be like a hand on a stick.
You can use it while you're reading to like track what you're reading. You know?
A
Yeah.
page pointer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I decided
Hey,
to.
Jewish
That's
people.
all
Yeah,
sorts of
they are
other-
Jewish
very
people use
useful.
them all the time for scroll reading.
It's true.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I
we
just
all-
love that I
some
came
of
up
us
with
had bar
page
mitzvahs.
pointer, and it's literally pointer finger.
Or
Or
you
I
get like
it's
a
little-
skull,
It's a little
Uh-huh.
macabre. I'm sure there
And-
are things that you like.
Hold on, guys.
I
Let's hear
take
what
a
Ravener
skull.
says.
and I find a long bone,
Uh-huh.
and I stick it in the skull, and then I hook a wire from the bottom jaw down to the bottom, and I can pull it with my finger, and I put a little gnome hat on him that I made, and I walk up to this guy, and I'm like, it's okay, I got my skull on a stick now.
I mean, yeah, honestly, you just saved me 35 minutes.
No,
So that's-
and it's great because
This is even
the skull will obviously form along the
Elbow.
shoulder,
Your shoulder,
the
and then it falls in
joint,
there.
and then the arm grows out into the giant arm, and then
No, it's perfect.
yeah, no, it's perfect.
I love it. Out of character, I think it's great. In character, I find it annoying.
Here's some ice cream.
Yep. Okay.
How to snuggle out.
You, Ravener, if you want to make requests about stops on our little weird death vacation, you ask me, not your talkie bone skull.
But he is the emissary of the king.
All right.
I'm sorry. What even just came out of your not your mouth?
All right.
I think I got
Perrin,
mine.
Sounds like you
Raven
got some.
would like some ice cream.
Let's hear.
So
Perrin's-
I'm
How
thinking
does that
it's actually gonna be fairly simple and a non-animated object. I'm gonna make a bone flute,
All right.
which just
So
seems
he is
very
gonna
fun.
put some bone in his mouth.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be neat,
Uh-huh.
but then also rife with parody.
Sure.
So nothing fancy, nothing, or maybe it might actually just be like a bone recorder, just like, or like a piccolo. Flute could work. I think recorder, maybe.
Coronet.
Cornet, ew, no.
How about an oboe?
Cornet?
Oh no, yeah,
Bassoon.
no, because
Clarinet.
no, cornet, the tiny trumpet, bone trumpet.
Okay. Here's my
Because
question.
that really leads into like a Corpse Bride-esque jazzy ska band that I could have full
Oh,
of
into
skeletons.
it.
All right.
Goodness.
How's that turn to the legs?
I don't
Radically
care.
opposed to it. Okay.
Oh no, I
No,
I,
You
I have an
stick
idea
the.
about
You
this
stick
one.
the. Okay,
Okay.
go for it.
So when you play like some half forgotten dirge, which it probably is because it's
Yeah.
made in the bone zone.
Yeah.
There's the sort of the ground splits and the bits that form the legs kind of just are called up out of the ground,
Very
dancing to your
Yeah, I
death.
thought.
Yep.
I was thinking you just jam it, like jam it wiener wise, and then
because I'm the torso, and that's not happening to me.
you jam like at the tailbone spot, I guess.
No,
it grows
Harry
out.
does not get to jam his bone trumpet into my butt.
I thought we were friends.
Well, honestly, now that there's a trumpet, it doesn't work as well. So I was imagining is you take like a recorder and like jam it on the front, and then legs come out of all the holes.
No, I do like if that's
man,
the jam.
that's a callback to a Poppy Z. Bright novel that I was not ready for.
if that's the idea, I think I do like flute more than trumpet. But
Okay.
trumpet's good too.
No, I mean trumpet the way Jower's saying it seems great.
Yeah,
and way less.
Yeah, because
jamming.
then also I could just play spooky, scary skeletons.
Yeah.
No, that's on a recorder. I mean.
It's like you make a reeded wind bone
Yeah,
instrument.
it is
That you
vague and
play
amorphous.
like in front of your face rather than to the side of your
Yeah, no, it'll be a recorder.
Okay. Which leaves
Hot crossbow.
Plus
Aletta.
bone quarter, maybe.
So we're doing this with the intention of making it into like a
Reboner.
Megazord thing, or we're just
Yes.
all making our own thing.
Bone.
Well, you're making your own thing that will
No,
be
I'm
a
gonna
part
put
of a.
Because the only thing that I could think of that would be somewhat in character is Aletta shoots a bow. So there's this weird thing that people used to, or sometimes do, turn shoulder blade bones into like thumb rings for archery. And she uses a bow, so you could make.
I don't know that Aletta has ever used a bow. On
Yeah,
this
that's
show.
what we're
I
talking
have-
about
I
over
have-
here.
Definitely
On
do
this show,
not.
I haven't needed to, but I am very proficient in archery and have
Okay.
a bow.
Oh,
I'm very short.
Sure.
I think maybe there have been times when maybe we could have used that.
Like when I was the only archer slaving away.
My
Yeah,
spells were
Ravener
always
slaved
much
over
more
a
valid.
hot longbow.
All right.
For what? Wait, when?
I don't remember what he's talking about, but there were definitely times where you were like, I gotta turn these undead, and it's like, oh, they're not undead, and you've been like, I bolt.
No.
Not like I
had
bolt like Ren- sorry,
many
that was
other
confusing.
Damaging spells,
Right, that's
which are
what I
much
said.
more powerful than using a bow and arrow.
The
on
way I
people.
phrased it was confusing because bolt also means run, but I meant like shoot a bolt.
Of light.
Well,
How-
it's-
How
energy.
tall is Aletta?
How tall is she? That's a good question. I think.
6'8".
You know, at this point,
That would be-
I'm learning new things about her every second.
9'12".
She's very mysterious.
She is-
She
she's not even
is
so
an
tall.
undetermined height, so I'm gonna go with
9'12".
Yeah.
5'7".
5'7".
I mean, you could get like a claw arm so you can grasp things from the top, from high up on the bookshelves.
Mean.
No, like
You could also
libraries
get-
have tall bookshelves.
Apparently, Ben Franklin invented those.
You could. What if you got like
We're all learning something
Yeah.
today.
What if you got like a
We really need-
what if you made like a portable
no.
fold-out reading table?
Ooh.
Like you take like a couple femurs across the top, and then like you put like tibia and fibia as like the legs, and they like cross and then fold out into the legs of the table, and you have femurs, and you just have a table that you can just carry around. Just an idea of things you could do with your leg bones, even at home, honestly, viewers, if you wanted to.
So if you're looking for some
If you got a-
bone craft,
If you got a bunch of waist down lying around.
I mean, do you have a bow, Aletta?
Yeah,
How good is it?
it's alright. It's just a short bow.
What if you
Like,
made a bow?
what if you made a bow? Yeah, and then it could turn, and then our
No,
Awesome.
a bow would not be yielding enough. A bone would not be yielding
You know
enough.
these are magic.
bones!
Yeah.
They got-
Would the bone of a
Like
god
I said,
be
if I'm gonna
wielding?
make something for archery, a shoulder bone would actually be great to turn into a thumb ring to shoot
Well,
archery.
I say we do that and then figure out how it fits on the robot later.
So Aletta
Well, you
shoots
just
a
stick
horse
the
bow?
ring, just stick the, same as the key, just stick the ring in like a hole and then
You
arm
can
comes
shoot
out.
a long bow or a short bow with a thumb drop. You can do that with any kind.
Well, yeah, but that's irrelevant to the.
I think it's good.
Sure. Yep.
I like it, and I can envision easily how it turns into a robot arm.
Yeah, I mean, I just imagine like she throws it out there and like light connects to like a light, like a beam
Yeah,
of
like a-
light,
like-
shoots
Yeah,
through
yeah,
it
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
shoulder, and then it coalesces.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
about to say, but that feels really anime, and then I remember what we were doing.
What?
Yeah, and that's it's my fault. My fault.
All right, I love this plan.
Yeah.
Nathaniel is is like weeping tears of joy.
How
By
are you
the-
crying? Oh, right, you do have eyes.
Yeah, he
by
does, he
by
does.
the time you guys finish this, he says that is the most beautiful thing I have seen in at least 3,000 years.
Since the creation of the what's it called?
The Hunters of the Dead, yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
That might have been the last beautiful thing he saw.
Could have been.
Could have been. Was that it?
No,
That's horrible.
someone made a floating island out of the bones of a dead god that they also turned into a tower that shot lightning at the ground.
Shit.
That was on the table.
Like, really?
You were like, you all get one person thing and one kind of big thing.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! You guys,
the talk.
with what you did, I don't think you could have done that.
Also, that's clearly the Barovia Tower, right? That he's describing? Like, I'm not alone here?
He took the bones he took the
don't
only
think so,
bones
though.
of the storm giants that we had.
Right? Who did this? It was Barovia Man. Right? That's where we
Barovia man.
Barovia
man.
I don't recall his name.
Nobody can.
Bitten by a radioactive Barovia, now with all the powers of a Barovia.
The relative strength of Barovia.
Isn't
Welcome
that
to
that
Barovia.
tower? Because I thought that tower was made of
Strap.
metal and wood.
That tower was made out of metal and wood.
Strahd,
And glass and other
Strahd.
No.
Fuck.
No, Ravenfell.
Ravenloft or whatever.
We don't go to Ravenloft.
I don't.
It's not Raven.
No, I'm not good with names.
Fellraven.
Fellraven.
Lightning.
Sure.
Yeah.
What even is weather down here?
Where did that come from? We
Uh,
don't usually have weather down here.
I'm telling you,
dramatic irony
it
or
was,
something.
it was him.
The elemental plane of drama.
That makes
Always.
sense.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
It is not worth going there.
TNT.
Yeah.
There's two. There's two.
Plane of drama.
There's the elemental plane of drama, capitalized drama, and this elemental plane of
Lowercase
drama.
Sure.
Lowercase drama is the one you don't want
It's
to go.
like that's
to.
just
No.
middle school, high school.
It's like
Little
middle school and
drama.
Kardashians.
It's just Vanderpump Rules on
No.
every surface.
Yeah.
Not screen.
At any rate.
Surface. Any
uh,
flat.
You guys, take your creations and give them a try.
I put my cards in the clip.
Yeah.
They fit perfectly.
Whoa. It's like it was made.
It was almost like I held the cards and put two bones like this and stuck one in between them to connect them.
I fastened the outer ribcage to my camera.
Excellent. Also, and
Raven's
at the
getting
end of the
mileage at
session,
his since day one.
but this is where you guys level up.
Okay.
You guys will level up to level 8. It won't matter right now. But what does matter
It doesn't
is
happen right now.
no.
I can push a button and make it happen.
Nice brag, dude.
Yeah. Jesus, wow.
What does happen is Nathaniel says, well, it looks like we're done here. I can only keep you here for so long.
Is that like a
What
threat
does
or a
that mean? That
problem?
sounded way creepier than
Yeah.
everything else that's happened in
Is
this
that like
place
some
made of bones.
foreshadowing to foreboding thing that took place while you were distracting us?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I just mean if you stay here much longer, you'll be, he kind of holds up his hands.
Oh.
They're in white gloves, so he pulls one off and it's like skeleton.
Even me, and I show my magic.
Well,
hand.
maybe not.
Crazy hands.
And I have no soul. Does that help?
You can be anyone. You don't need a soul to become a skeleton.
There.
What are the advantages of being a skeleton?
Ooh, good question. What about are you a skeleton or a lich? Technically.
I am neither. Well, I guess a lich is probably your best bet.
Oh.
Oh, there's the cat.
Yeah.
So like I'm not opposed to becoming
cat.
that.
No, you have to go through all the arcane rites to become a lich.
So if I stay here, I'll just become a skeleton.
Yes, you'll just become a skeleton.
That seems like a downgrade.
Yeah.
It is a strict downgrade.
Yeah.
Skin for the win.
Yeah, but
Is
like
what they
skin
say.
leads to bleeding.
Bleeding
You
leads
of
to
all people
anger,
should be like the
anger
biggest.
leads to depression and the dark side. Like,
You
No,
of all here,
look.
all people here, you should be the biggest.
Basically,
skin
if you remain here for too long in the bone zone, you'll end
Right.
up dead.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
I would
No one
like to
does.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Nathaniel.
Oh
think you're-
no,
I guess I'm not sorry because you also think we should leave.
I do.
I agree with
appreciate you
Nathaniel.
visiting. I have helped you as much as I can. I wish you the best of luck in your time here in an acropolis of broken dreams and nightmares. Thank you for visiting the Bone Zone.
Can we come back?
Yeah.
Like it's like a one-time thing?
Also, is
Oh,
there like
no.
a photo op thing we could do?
Oh.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
There is only one way out. You are welcome, of course, to return. I hope you're able to.
Why
Me
is that?
too. Why is it that
The hunters
all
of the dead are after you.
This is literally the first I've heard of them because I
I-
wasn't here for that conversation.
Oh.
Explain it.
Whoa! I am amazed at this new information that I just learned.
They're to the east of town. I
Yeah.
think we
Let's
should put
go
that on our
west.
list of things to do.
No, we should
Well,
go
I don't
east.
know.
Let's go.
Now we've got our awesome.
Let's go mech
Oh.
out and
Yeah.
drop some idiots.
Okay.
But first, there's a log ride. That's
yeah,
how
of
you get out.
Oh no, I
And
don't.
you guys, you
yeah.
guys hop in like a little spine.
No, I don't like log. I'll meet you at the
Spinal-
exit. I don't
nope.
like 'em.
It's the only way out. I'm sorry,
I
parents.
don't
Thanks,
like
just
the
have to grab
drop.
them.
Come on.
And you
Here.
guys.
If you're gonna throw up.
Yeah. Alright, I'll do it now and get it out of the way.
And you guys board into a
Prestidigitation.
little.
Now it's all clean.
You guys board into
Magic.
a little spinal column car, and you go down an amazing log ride. It's all twisty and turny.
I do love a flu.
It kind of like spirals around at one point, and it comes down
it just gets
into.
everywhere.
There is a splash at the end.
Yeah, my fault.
Go ahead and for those of us, let's see what the photograph of you guys on the log ride looks like.
Oh, good.
And let's hey Jen, why don't you flip over to what Aleta's picture looks like? 'Cause that was
Yeah,
priceless.
jump in here
And
with
the
us.
audience should see this.
That is a good, awkward mid picture smile.
That picture is on sale for like $29.99. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know what I look like if I'm about to throw up.
Do you?
Yeah.
What have you seen yourself about to throw up?
Yeah.
They're my very
He
first
does-
friends.
that
Totally
happens.
want this picture.
Aww.
Aw.
Well, yeah, if you want to buy it.
I mean,
I'm gonna use it as a bookmark.
Okay, yeah.
Let's buy one for Letta.
I was gonna say that
No, I'll
feels
buy it.
insulting, but that's probably very honored.
No, yeah.
We should also buy one for Ravener and all write our names next to ourselves so he doesn't forget.
Oh, sure. I guess we should get one for Lord Hairmont so you can like.
Yeah,
see what
sure.
You get the like 4-print
Yeah.
special deal.
I write all of our names on one and give it to
Um,
Ravener so he has a.
That it comes with a free souvenir cup.
Now you'll never forget
Ooh.
anyone's name.
The
But
cup.
that's just another
yeah.
cup that we have. We
That's
already have
insane.
enough cups.
I yell in it. Does Hairmont yell back?
No.
Not a useful cup then.
You guys exit the bone zone. You are back in. You are in the lower wards of the necropolis of broken dreams and nightmares.
I say we go after the hunters of the.
Well, that was like a great tip from the boatman. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Yeah, no, I mean,
No.
I don't know if Bone Zone gives that guy commission for
He should get
advertisement,
something
but
for
he
it.
should like.
No, definitely.
We would not have gone if not for him.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, maybe we would have.
cop secondary.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are my two pitches on what we should do.
Yes.
Okay.
Pitch one,
Mhm.
let's go mech up and F up. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Um,
I
second,
like that.
second,
Just sounds good.
right?
I'm gonna do that
Secondary
one.
option. We could ask the boatman about that weird 5 years coincidence.
Well, he left.
Well, is he forever?
I mean, no. But
Maybe.
He just retired. we found out we're on his tail, and he was just.
you guys could look for him again. Yes. that-
Okay, we could look for him again, but that seems like work. So I say, let's go try and use our new skeleton machine to
Should
kill
we
some
not?
stuff.
Maybe we should like case the joint first.
So
before
as you
saying?
guys,
we should go and gun the
you guys are in the lower wards of the necropolis, and here you find some street signs and like little labels.
Mhm.
What am I thinking of? You find a little map, basically.
Sure.
of the
Oh, like the
necropolis.
"you are here."
Yeah,
Oh,
they have
like
those
a key,
around.
like a map key
Waysides.
situation.
Yeah. That's the one. Thank you.
Boom. What was it?
Besides.
Basically, other sites here that you guys know. There's the guild of there's sort of the guild of ferrymen headquarters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
there's the you find where the headquarters for the Hunters of the Dead are.
Hunters of the Dead. Oh, there's the.
You also see
that
you
seems-
also see
shouldn't you have
the
told us something about that?
I did.
Oh, good.
you see the Gravekeeper's School. There's
Oh,
a
school.
School. We should check that out.
there's
Oh,
a
a
necromancer's what would it be? There's a necromancer's
Convention center.
interment.
Bathhouse?
Basically a gathering, a place where the necromancers hang out. Yeah, an interment
Is
of
there a dance hall?
necromancers.
Tournament of necromancers. There's
Yeah.
that's really good.
It's their dance hall.
Yeah, we could show off.
Yeah, we want to
Hey,
show
so-
our.
There
What did you guys
is-
do in the Bone Zone, by the way?
Let's
Don't
show
wanna
you.
know about
Wow.
it. Oh,
Yeah, we do we have a whole performance.
Yeah. Where'd you learn that?
And the Bone Zone Zone Bone.
Was that like to classes or something?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a great.
So
I can
So
now
what you're
command the
saying-
dead.
what you're saying is that you like went to like a school and took some classes and it was a really good experience and you
No,
learned
no,
things from it.
no.
No.
It was an
Yes.
experience in which we gained knowledge, sure, but it was not a school.
I
It's
would
not
also
a class.
say that it's taught them how to be garish, ostentatious, annoying, and inconvenient.
Also, look
Have
at
you
my
seen my
huge
silky
hat.
pants?
I do see your silky
All
pants.
points
Yeah,
against school.
Nathaniel. Oh, by the way, Nathaniel said you guys forgot your diplomas from the school of dance. From the
I set them on fire.
I don't know why
My
Nathaniel would have had
diploma.
those. We talked to Susan Becky Abraxas.
Well, yeah,
Susan B. Braxton.
Wait, we never learned the full name that makes your head explode.
Yeah, she didn't tell us.
So your head would be
Well,
exploded.
Nathaniel's the boner of the proprietor. So
No.
he's
No.
he's
It
your
was a
boss,
whole. It was a
technically.
whole different thing. Nope. But also we did learn how to command undead, so that's a neat thing that we can
I
do
can
now.
command.
Yeah.
With the power of dance?
Yeah, with the power of dance.
Dope.
Yeah, right.
I command dead or
That's
undead?
pretty thrilling.
Well, probably undead. I figure commanding the dead is probably a lot less
Well done.
exciting.
Lay there. See how good this
Nailing
is.
it.
Don't move.
Where are you guys heading?
We got to go to a tavern.
Just
All right.
because?
Well, first
all
off,
right, no, I'm down.
we need the base
Undead.
operations, and like secondly, like guys, like if we go mech out and f out,
Mech up and F up.
mech up and f up, like we're gonna probably have to leave town after that,
That does seem to be our series of events.
and like we can't pass up a chance to like
Harry.
with the undead.
yeah.
I guess we also have other stuff to check out if going that crazy is going to get us kicked out of town.
So
That's
you
what we
guys
can
you
do.
guys head for the skeletal ogre.
Sure.
Sure, no, definitely.
Oh.
All right. Is it a bar?
It is a tavern. It is
Thank
a
God I am so
I
thirsty.
suggest we be very careful since these hunters are actively looking to murder our faces.
Yeah, but we're also actively looking to kill them back. So it's like,
No, she's got a point. We should stay incognito.
Yes.
it's my least,
About
My
that.
least
We
favorite
are
cognito.
some wild
Yeah.
and crazy guys.
No. Counterpoint. No.
I'm not
We love
gonna-
cognito.
No.
Remember that time we went there and had a nice party?
stay
Probably
incognito.
literally no.
Well, I guess you must have had. That's how much fun you had there.
He's
clearly.
trying to trick you.
That is a good.
He's trying to trick
point.
you. He's using the gaps in
See
your
how
memory
much-
from your
you
various
see how much
problems
fun we had
to
in
exploit
Cognito?
you. No, he's using your failures against you. You don't know
All right.
that.
I promise I will not inherently lean towards incognitoing and just be whatever happens.
All right.
My thing is this. I'm happy to lie about who I am and pretend to be someone else, but also I might blow a thing up, and
That's fair. That's fair.
That's sort of-
Look, let's play it by ear. Let's try to keep it on the download. It's okay if things.
I'm
don't
gonna tell everyone to call me.
All right.
Hi.
So we get to the
The skeletal ogre.
Okay.
5 rooms for Haribot's heroes, please.
Hey.
Shit.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jezebel.
Jezeboy, is that your name?
Jezebel.
Oh, Jezebel. I thought you said
Jezeboya.
Jezeboy,
I'm
which
calling
is
you
a really
Jezeboya.
good name.
Jezebel. I'm a
Perfect.
Yes.
Perrin.
-1.
And
Oh shit.
Sumatra.
I'm Selby.
And
What is it?
Go Selby. I'll be Selby.
Selby. Yes.
All right.
So Kyle, this thing, Ezekiel, Selby, and Perrin.
Perrin White Castle.
Oh, little
Little
hamburgers for
hamburger.
everyone. Don't eat too many.
I love those
Because
things.
you're skeletons and they're just all over your
welcome.
body. I guess.
There's no need to shout your names.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Ezekiel.
Gotcha.
I'm
You 30 seconds ago. It was 30 seconds ago.
I'm
sure fuck. All right, that's your new name, I guess.
What's your name?
good. I'm Carmine.
I'm Ezekiel.
Yeah,
I'm Kyle.
great. No, good. All right.
I'm Jezebel.
We're incognito.
You've got.
Okay, now you're.
No, incognito is where we used to be. Now we've left cognito.
Now we're in the skeletal ogre.
Now you're in the skeletal ogre.
We're
and
in the
5
ogre.
rooms. Just here. He hands you some keys and takes your money. Dinner is at 8.
What time is
Is
it
that
now?
it?
What?
Nothing more than that? Look, sir, I was told that the service here was to die for.
Hey.
Mm,
Bang. End of me.
Ah.
The service.
You can't see
here-
us.
Yes, the service here is to die for, and you just like you see him die, just like a little
Yeah,
bit on the
obviously.
inside.
I mean, I would say
Like-
a lot because that was the worst.
We have food so good, it'll wake the dead.
It'll feed your soul.
If you hate these so much, why did you write this copy?
I didn't.
Who did?
The owner.
Who's the owner?
Is it other dude, Nathaniel?
Well, you don't know. Who is the
No.
owner?
I thought,
No.
oh no, this is a separate
Right.
thing. Yeah.
No. I don't like to say his name.
Is it also a bone pun?
Is it Kyle?
No.
Because that's my name.
That's him. He's Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
Great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
What's his name
that's
that you
his
hate so much?
His name is Mausoleum.
Oh!
That's a good name.
That's a
I
bad
wish I had
name.
thought of that.
What?
I don't get it.
It's supposed to be like mausoleum, but it's like the worst version of a joke.
I mean, literally, because
Oh yeah, jokes.
Mausoleum, yep.
It's not great.
I swallow a fork, and then I keep swallowing forks until I die.
Well, good news, you're already here.
Nothing happens. I just eat all the forks in the whole
Like,
establishment.
He hands you a drink and says, "It looks like you could use one of these."
I drink it so fast, it goes through time.
Yeah.
Like I drink it so fast that it's full again.
Whoa.
It doesn't help, but it you know.
I continue my infinite loop of
feels
drinking.
better.
My temporal feedback loop of alcoholism. that
We
I've
have
constructed.
five rooms here for you. You can be sure that if you have any valuables, we will keep them safe.
I feel like there's a pun on the way. No? That was it? End of sentence?
That
Period?
was
Done?
That was a punctuating
No.
sign, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
If you need access to get your goods, there's a password, and we
Oh.
will, because otherwise they're buried, and if you want us to decrypt them,
Okay. Okay.
the password.
See, I was really expecting
I
if
wish
you
him
need
to
to access,
encrypt my
we have a
goods.
skeleton key for you.
Mm.
That's where I thought that was
No,
going.
that's the keys to your rooms.
Right.
Yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
about the rooms now. Are they soundproofed?
No.
Oh, because I was hoping I can sleep with the dead here.
No. Our rooms are as quiet as the grave. Which you'll
I
note,
hate this.
Good.
you'll note is not very, he says, looking around, and you can see like a couple of like zombies and a skeleton like just drinking and having a grand old time.
look.
Look, skeleton.
Well,
So I'm just gonna hang out in the tavern portion, playing my new bone flute and seeing if it entices the undead.
They do seem rather delighted by your
Aha.
I think.
that guy's doing a real dance macabre over there.
Okay. Okay. That I will not accept.
Well, you see him just like just choking on this, and he's like, I'll leave you to discuss whatever grave matters you have to attend to.
That was alright. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, parents playing music. Because I assume they're all gonna go
Yes.
dig around for a second.
Yeah.
What I want to do is this.
Yes.
I find skeletons of dead people,
Okay.
and then have them pay me small amounts of money to do illusions to make it look like they're back alive and with skin, so they can like pretend to be skinful.
What was the
I
name
like
of the owner? Or
Mal's
not the
Inn.
owner, but the innkeeper here.
Carmine.
Carmine. Just a bit of advice.
Oh, I hope this is not a pun.
No, of course not. I just think like I know you don't like doing the whole pun things, but I feel like the doleful delivery you're giving them is really just digging yourself deeper.
I'm going to go now.
I'm glad I left that conversation to go do my grifts.
You just like, you see his fist just like clench, and thank you. I will take that under advisement.
Okay, bye-bye now.
He kind of forces a rictus of a smile on his face.
Well, I mean, that's sort of the default, right?
Well, he's an alivesman.
Oh, he's a skin boy.
He's a skin boy, yeah.
I'm a regular skin boy, just like you. Oh, no, flesh boy.
What are the rest of you doing as you guys settle in for the inn?
Time to party.
All right, you guys.
I'm
party.
doing my fun skin game.
Make a persuasion check,
Yeah.
Alamar, or deception, either one.
Which one's better?
They're not the same.
I'm gonna have one of the dice that you've been knocking away from me.
And Perrin, make a performance check.
Hey,
The rest of you guys make some charisma checks.
21 is my one that I got.
So the skeletons you approach had not thought about this. They're like, what? Holy, we had never thought about this. This is
I'm an ideas man.
This is
Ding dong.
great! Look! I got skin, guys! And watch this, and he like just takes a drink. You can't see it! And they are just so amused by this.
You're killing it. Oh, yeah.
But if
you
it was just an illusion
they
and it drinks, wouldn't it just fall
paying
on the
you
floor?
It does, yes.
Okay.
They don't see it in their body.
Sure.
It's masked by the
Just
illusion.
making sure.
Yeah, no.
Don't worry, everything's still super gross.
One of them says, "Hey, make it look like I'm wearing a shirt."
I did.
Hilarious.
I run them through the whole,
Yeah, they do.
the whole character creator with all these people.
They are amused. And in fact, yeah, there are people who are like, no, now make me look like a girl. Now make me look like a boy. Now give me long hair. Now spike hair. Now and
Right.
so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
there's Skyrim.
Yeah, I
Sure.
can only have 12 types of hair for you, okay?
Right.
Not me.
Skyrim.
I'm a procedural engine unto eternity.
And you make about 500 gold over the evening.
Damn! Add it to the. Actually, I'll hang on to that. I'm carrying 875 gold already. You can put it in the group.
One thing, as
Gold
as
is
you're,
heavy.
as
How do I
you're,
have so much gold?
one thing though,
I guess we
Alamar,
kept
as
getting
you
big
are,
prizes, didn't
Alamar, as you are doing this illusions throughout the night, you notice like the little emerald encasement kind of moves up past your wrist.
But I still have full
You still have
usability.
full usability, yes.
You're fine.
We figured out how baby
Oh, what?
doom gems are made.
Maybe you're turning into a doom gem.
What happens when your
Is there?
favoriteest part becomes a doom gem?
We'll find.
His
We'll
shoulders?
burn that bridge when I get there. My beautiful blue eyes. I don't know.
I still think
Hello.
you're
Oh,
you're
and
turning into a Chaos Emerald like King Acorn when he went into the Forbidden Zone.
nice.
Perrin the
Elfish.
Hedgehog, everybody. All
wait.
right. How'd you guys do on your charisma checks?
19.
16.
Excellent.
3.
Aletta definitely parties like Aletta parties with the undead.
Oh, I wasn't trying to party.
Which is
That's
to
why
say,
you got a 3.
Which is to say, she looks around and then goes back up to her room.
Well, I'll book it.
I'm like, I don't understand what all of this is.
You guys.
I have too much studying to
You
do.
guys
I don't have time
a
for this.
grand
Got
old
a
time.
trig test tomorrow.
That's right.
There's a mix of the living and the dead here. Perrin, how'd you do on your performance?
25.
You are keeping them like the whole atmosphere. Like the reason the joint is as lively as it is because of your music, which
It's
is
spooky, scary skeletons on loop.
drowned out by a loud, sonorous bell. Like it,
No. Stop
Fury.
that.
it kind of tolls 3 times.
Does something spooky happen after?
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
You feel it in your bones basically. It's one of those
Yeah.
loud, deep like. And everything gets quiet. A hush falls over the whole necropolis, and you see a parade of maybe not mourners but more like pallbearers who are like there are dozens of them carrying something big and something draped in a shroud up towards the mountain and the spire at the back of the city, and they parade through the town. As they reach, you watch them, unable to look away, and you watch them as they disappear into the spire, and the bell again tolls 3 times.
Can I just tap someone on the shoulder and be like, what's going on?
Before he can answer, the door is kicked open, and standing at the entrance to the door are three guys who are clad all in like leather armor. And they're brandishing weapons. One has a crossbow, one has a scepter, and one has a sword. They are, without a doubt, the hunters of the dead. And we'll stop here for tonight, guys. We're gonna have a cliffhanger of an ending.
Well,
Magical finger.
I hope none of these
That's my teaser trailer for
fall
next
to pieces in this fight.
Oh, could anyone hear the music you were playing over the dancing skeletons? 'Cause I imagine that's extremely loud.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So be sure and join us next week for part 2 of this Bone Saga. We stream here 3 days a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We've got games
4 days.
4 days a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We play 40K, we play D&D, we play board games, and we do painting. So we've got something for everyone. Please go through the standard. It's 2018. By now, you know to like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends. Let everyone you know about this. Tell them it's a good time. Tell them to join us in the chat. We have a forum that you can go to with a Twitch lounge on bellaslost.souls.com, and you can find all kinds of cool stuff. But for now, have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next time on Neverquest.
Bye.
Thank you.